sunny day. Right there, you took my breath away. Young and pretty, was it just a dream? The next day, you called me up. You told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms. Well, I know what I feel. Please tell me your love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover. I woke up all soaked in sweat, with chills running down my neck. I'm going crazy from just the thought of you. A long blonde hair and your beautiful smile. Your sense of humor makes it all worthwhile. Don't make me wait, it's not a funny game. You know just what I feel. Please tell me our love is real. You make me smile when I think of you. If I am down or when I am blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Hopeless lover, a hopeless lover, hopeless lover. You make me smile when I think of you.
Hey guys,
Hello.
and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. It's going to be a strange one for me tonight. Why is that not doing the thing it's meant to be doing? Sorry guys, there's a lot of kind of buttons and things that I'm doing today, and that is not doing what it should be doing. That's odd. Where are you? Ah, there you are. So yeah, hi guys, welcome to the stream. How is everybody getting on this evening? Tonight's going to be a chat stream, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically just going to be us talking on Discord about anything really. You guys are free to ask questions and things like that. We're going to focus more on the chat tonight than normal and just speak to you guys in general. And if there's anything you'd like to talk about in gaming, general geekery, it's all about that. Just kind of connecting with you guys and figuring out what is going on. I managed to get that fixed. As you can see in the Discord, we currently have Genkai, Wiggle, and Bubba. I believe Tim might be popping in the near future, so we will definitely see him at some point, unless he decides he hates us and doesn't want to talk to us, which is possible. But yeah, how is everybody getting on? So let's see who we've got in the chat at the moment. We have a fair amount here. I'm actually surprised. We've got, well, obviously Bubba, because she's here. We've got Tachanka, we've got Mr. Free, we've got Bucket, we've got just more of the same, Infinite Sky, we've got Vinny Vaughn, Dale, Wiggle again, Scott. Hey Scott, how are you getting on, man? I think that is everybody I've seen in the chat so far. So yeah, hello everyone. It's mainly me on the screen tonight. Oh, that's going to be scary. Scary.
My
yeah,
eyes.
I mean, that is pretty much what it's about. It's about the eyes, about those sweet, delicious eyes. The first question, wood paneling when? Well, Bucket, the wood paneling's never happening. I mean, if you guys watched, or rather saw the picture of my my gaming room, obviously you can see I've got all my shit in the background now, which I am so happy about. There is wooden doors. They are getting painted grey. No wood paneling. Never. Never. Ever.
So let's get this potluck party started.
Hey, Big Happy. Welcome to the stream, man. How are you getting on? What is crack a lacking? I'll pin that Bubba comment. But yeah, so pretty much when it comes to the first thing, obviously we're going to talk about Fallout 76 tonight and what everybody's thinking about what's currently going on. I just noticed Scott's joined the chat. How are you getting on, Scott?
Doing good. How you doing?
Are you flirting with me? Are you trying to
I
Joey?
like the,
How you doing?
Sunday
Are you
chat.
trying to Joey Tribbiani me? Is that what it is?
How you doing?
See,
How
Genkai
you
knows.
doing?
Wiggle knows. The
How
War
you
Wiggles and the
doing?
Foreigner know. But yeah. Ooh, new office tour would be great. There's not really much other than what you see. I mean, it is just a case of me putting all my knickknacks. We've got some of my Fallout memorabilia up there. I'm really glad to be getting my power armor helmet and my mini nuke out, as well as all my bobbleheads, which are up there. We've got one of my Pit Boys. I actually have a second Pit Boy, one that I'm going to need to build, literally physically build, which I think I might do like a kind of review video on it. It's one of those really cool ones because you can actually connect like a radio mod to it and like a LED screen that flickers and does a lot of different cool things. It's going to be really cool if I ever decide to go to like Comic-Con or something like that. So I'm really looking forward to getting that back, but that's still in storage and it's going to be a while before I figure out where the hell it is. It could be back in my old city in a storage container, or it could be in a garage at my in-laws. It's going to be really difficult whether we figure that out or not.
It'll float up at some point.
Oh yeah, 100%. It will appear. But the kind of real issue is when it's going to appear and what we're going to do about it. Mini nuke is not in view. Oh, I'll get the mini nuke down just so you guys can see it. It's a funky little thing. Move Annihilus out of the way, otherwise he will scream at me. It's the cool mini nuke that you got for the Fallout Anthology. As you can see, and if we open up the top, it's got all the, well, realize you guys probably can't hear me. It's got it's got all the original games in there. Unfortunately, they were all digital codes, and I bought this secondhand, so I don't have the digital codes in there. But I do have the games anyway, so it kind of was like, I wanted the nuke, and I got it like about 50 quid cheaper than it would have done if I bought it with the games. So yeah, it also goes and makes this noise. I don't even know if you guys can hear that.
Yeah. Yes.
Barely. It sounds like a children's version of what the noise
It
would
is.
be.
It is. It's very, very quiet. But you can't really hear it unless you're physically right there with it. But yeah, as you can tell, I love my Fallout memorabilia and things like that. So what I paid for it is a fraction of what it would have cost me if I was to get it with the whole set of games. And as I said, I've got all the games, so why the hell would I even care? It's kind of moot at that point.
Yeah, it's not about the digital codes at that point, right?
Oh no, 100%. It's about the weird mini nuke that I keep in my house. I mean, I'd be more concerned because I bought it from overseas. I want to know what customs fought when that fucking box went through the X-ray machine. It's like, that's shaped like a bomb.
Right. That'd be funny.
I follow a Fallout IG account and they showed some amazing looking power armor figures. I do have a power armor figure, but not the good ones. It's just this little one. The wife got it when she was over in Texas, and it was in a bargain bin in, I believe, a GameStop. She also got me one that was Nuka-Cola based. Again, that's in storage somewhere, so I'll need to figure out where the hell that is. Ooh. God damn it. But I am intended to... That fell over, didn't it? I'll leave it there. But I am intended to get a load of different stuff in the future. It's literally... I am so into my collector's edition and merch and things like that. I'm like a massive nerd. And this isn't even... Like, the stuff that's behind me isn't even half of the stuff that I've got in terms of Fallout, other games, and other pops and bobbleheads and other weird shit. It just needs to be found and put somewhere. I'm actually going to need to get something else for this corner to actually put more stuff on. It's just... DPS, you need to get the USB charger fusion core. I will definitely look that up, Mr. Free. That sounds awesome. Hey, Neely, how you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream. We're doing some weird shit tonight, so, you know, we'll see if people can stay entertained long enough. And on another note, I also have beer, so, you know, that should be entertaining as well. Dad's off the wagon.
The hell?
It was a short ride.
Already.
Already. But no, I'm definitely going to look. Actually, that's a point. We can physically look that up here now. Let's see, USB Charger Fusion Core. Ooh. Is it from Etsy, Mr. Free? Because I believe that looks freaking awesome. So what we'll do is, if I'm doing this right, this should come up. Yeah, that looks awesome. This is kind of what I wanted to do tonight. Is just weird crap like this where I could just click a button and bring up on the screen the stuff here. This is the thing about Fallout merch. A lot of the cool stuff is it's out there and it's people that make it. And I think Etsy and all these different people are just absolutely amazing at what they do. That actually looks really, really awesome. I do have Nuka-Cola bottles as well, and a bunch of other stuff that I need to get. Like I've got a full Nuka-Cola set, like Quantum and that as well. So yeah.
I believe Etsy's been trying to sell the T-45 cosplay power armor full set for like €650 with the with travel costs and everything included.
Oh my god, there's like a sexy Assaultron fucking statue.
That's wrong. That's disturbing.
Wrong. That's wrong.
It's
That
got
is
like
disturbing.
it's got like 2 big reasons you should buy it.
Right?
Ah,
Or it has like
let's
big
see.
Assaultron blades. Is that what you mean? Really big Assaultron
Yeah,
blades?
really, really big
Sure.
Assaultron blades, massive, huge, as big as Donald Trump's hands. Hi, got a first Zapper wall hanger on the way thanks to Amazon. Bought a Nuka Girl tin sign for my kitchen. Nearly, I have the 2 separate first Zappers.
jeez.
There's 2 different ones, and again they're in storage as well. I've got the Nuka-Cola Girl bobblehead pop that's again in storage. Like I've also got posters, but everything's literally in storage. I think it's all the stuff that I can't physically show anyone is in a box somewhere. But there's so many cool things on Etsy. I genuinely think Etsy's one of the best places to go for stuff that can be made, and if you can think of it, they can make it. I definitely think they can make it. But yeah, no, I do kind of want to go there and get a load of stuff and see what I can find on Etsy in general. Jump back. This is new for me, so it's kind of transitioning between stuff is a little bit more awkward because the way this transitions is different. It's not like I press a button. I need to click a button on the screen to get it to come up, so it is a little bit awkward for me. Fans make the best merch. Oh yeah, yeah, Sora, 100%. Fans do make the best merch because they're passionate about it. The thing about if you go to the Bethesda shop, a lot of the stuff you find on there is just cheap, knacky crap. But then when you get a fan to make it, they want it to feel good. They really want it to feel good. Which is why I've been tempted to buy stuff and make stuff myself out of other things. But
just buy a 3D printer and you're set for life.
yeah, I'll just reach behind me and reach into the bag of cash that I keep under my desk. Just yes, thousands of pounds. Where the fuck am I keeping a 3D printer? Plus, you just know the first thing I'm printing off. Oh no.
I use mine quite a bit.
What was that, Scott?
I said I use mine quite a bit.
Well, maybe you should 3D print me some cool stuff. 3D print me something like my man boobs. I'll send you a picture.
Oh.
Oh no.
I could do the fusion core though.
If you could do the fusion core, do the fusion core.
Yeah, that one looks amazing. I think Bucket was asking earlier about the canvas bag.
Where is he? Let's see. Have you got the Fallout 76 canvas bag? Yes, I do. I will point the camera up. See on top of the power armor? There's the canvas bag. See on top of the Pip-Boy? There's the nylon bag. A lot of people will go, how long have you been playing Fallout 76? I've been playing so long, I have a canvas bag. It's like, that's the real badge of honor for playing Fallout 76. If you have a canvas bag, you are...
Ironically, we were talking about that earlier as well.
Exactly. I mean, that is like the hardest item to get in all of Fallout 76. It's a canvas
Yep.
bag. And I mean, I've got
that's
the
a true legendary or
Yeah,
legacy.
that's
item.
the real legacy item. Well, to be fair, the real legacy item's the nylon bag. They don't make it anymore, do they? You can get a small 3D printer pretty cheap. Hey, Archive, how are you getting on, man? £200. I mean, are they any good though? As much as like, I know there's plenty of 3D printers out there, but is a £200 one actually good? Or is it like, this will break after 5 attempts of making something? Because I really wouldn't want to waste that amount of money on something that will be shit. Been watching Blake 7 lately. Found a company in Wales makes Federation blasters. Closed down.
Phasers then, right?
Yeah. No, that was kind of like Federation blasters. And for a split second, I was like, "What? That's not the name." I was like, "I'll go with it." Any cubic does a sale pretty often, and you can get one for $100. They work pretty well. I'll definitely look at it. It's something. It's always been something on the list. I mean, what guy doesn't want a 3D printer? Though now that I think about it, I could totally put it on top of my desk on the because like above my monitors, there's another shelf, and I could put shit on that. So I could totally
Print
put a
out
3D.
your own man boobas.
I could
No.
and send them to Scott.
Oh. You know, that makes me just think of the website where you can send a bag of dicks in licorice to anonymously to somebody else.
I mean, see if I got sweets for the post, and I'll say this: is it just black licorice?
You can choose whatever the hell you want.
Okay.
You want it striped with all colors in the world? It's your
If
party.
anybody sends me red licorice dicks in the post, and they're delicious, I will eat that bag of dicks live on stream. I'll be like, I love red licorice. You fucking make it any shape, I'll eat it. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, for anybody who's interested in the website, it's dicksbymail.com. I
mean,
shit you not.
What it's similar to something I watched. There was a
have
video
chocolate
on the other
version.
day about a guy who had like the most ingenious business idea ever. And what that business idea was like basically revenge mail. So what he would do is he would send to people just literally envelopes full of glitter. Like you'd just go, I hate this guy. Fucking send him this envelope full of glitter and all that kind of crap. So he'd send the person an envelope full of glitter. The person would get glitter all over the house. They'd be raging. He eventually just basically lost his mind because he was in his house filling these envelopes full of glitter. Inevitably, obviously, the glitter's getting everywhere in his own house.
Everywhere.
So, like literally everywhere. Like he's just filling envelope after envelope of glitter, and it was apparently so busy and so successful. He made like proper amounts of money out of it, but he had literally just a house covered in glitter. Therefore, he's kind of like, I don't want to live in my house anymore. I'm losing my fucking mind. It makes you think, why wouldn't you do it like in a garage or something? Like a place you don't really give a like. If you're in your garage, you go, "Yeah, there's glitter everywhere. I don't give a fuck. There's glitter in my floor in my garage. Oh well, I'll get a hose and water the fucking thing down. It's in your carpet. No, you've got a massive problem.
It's everywhere. Like
Exactly.
this
Sell it.
website also sells chocolate versions, so you gotta check that website out off stream.
Well, I'll definitely look into the printers, Sora and Mr. Free. I definitely will. Do you guys not remember when Mr. Beast had no sponsors and he was putting up vids about yeeting Barbie dolls in the backyard? Everyone starts somewhere. Well, Ian, I mean, yeeting Barbie dolls into the backyard. I don't have Barbie dolls.
Action man.
What is
I don't-
eating? I don't know what that means.
You-
Growing.
You basically just get something
Oh.
to fuck. Yeetus deletus.
Yeah,
Eject the
you
fetus.
throw it and you scream, yeet!
Yeah, basically, like you can use it in the term of you chuck something or you got the fuck out of there. I yeeted the fuck out of there. So it depends in context, but yeah, it's kind of just known as getting something, whether it's yourself or something else, the fuck out.
Okay.
It's not really.
It's educational.
It's new lingo. I mean,
Right.
some of us are a bit old for it, but yeah, I don't use yeet very often, but I do use it because I'm down with the kids.
You're down with the kids. You're hip to. You're picking up what they're
Yeah.
putting down.
Yeah, I'm hip. I'm hip. I'm so hip that I'm very close to the age where I might accidentally break one.
Right. I'm so hip that I don't use that word. I don't say hip.
Yeah, we know you don't have Barbie dolls, Dad. But we all know.
Nustle herpes. I call it fairy herpes. Is that what you call having a house just reamed with glitter? Just fairy herpes. Oh god, the fairies are back at it again.
Jeez.
I mean, an interesting fact that I've learned from my job, and I don't know if you guys will know of the fish called a gourami. Ever heard of it?
Not me.
Like, I mean, the easiest way of doing it is show you a picture of a gourami on the stream. I mean, you'll be able to see it in a second. But gouramis, they are these pretty funky little fish. And the interesting thing I know about these little fuckers is each and every single one of them is born and exists with herpes. They are literally ridden with herpes.
Wow.
So if you ever
that's
see
weird.
them with weird shit on their mouth, herpes. 100% herpes. Dirty little bastards.
Wow,
Ironically,
interesting.
there's a breed called the kissing Grammy, which is this big pink fucker, and they kiss each other, but it's not kissing; it's like fighting. So yeah, if you ever see a Grammy with a weird face, herpes. The things I know about animals.
Right.
It's just one of those things. It's like you either know weird shit or you don't, and I know weird shit.
That's the best kind of shit.
Yeah. So, what is everybody thinking is going to happen when expeditions come out? Like, are we expecting a smooth launch here? Because I mean, we're literally at the brass ring here. It's like a month away. Well,
For what?
in theory, a month away.
Wouldn't surprise me if it got delayed. I don't expect it, but it wouldn't surprise me either.
You honestly think it's going to be worth it for more than...
No, it's Daily Ops 2.0.
It's gonna be like I don't want to be that guy who shits on it, but it's just gonna be a daily op that is farmable because you can go with your friends and get more currency to get the stuff that is worth absolutely nothing because there's already better stuff in the game. Like oh whoop-de-doo, maybe 3, 4 freaking melee weapons. Like I'm not gonna lie.
I'll speak to the couple of little viewers. I don't know why I said that. I'll speak to the viewers on this in a second because they're saying. I think a lot of people are going to hate the pit Tachanka. Vinny, we're all hoping for a smooth launch. But yeah, no, I agree. It is literally Daily Ops 2.0. Don't get me wrong. I had fun. I did enjoy it. But I am very concerned there's going to be something they have not calculated for, and it's just going to be a fucking shitstorm as usual. But if we go by what usually happens every time they launch a new patch these days, is we are going to get a couple of hours of it being up, followed by nearly a whole day of it being down. And I mean, I hate to be a negative Nancy, but let's be honest. They've got precedents. Like every major patch they've ever put out has had something go tits up. I mean, I think there was one where we were probably into it about 2 hours and we're like, oh, this has been the smoothest launch ever. And then literally about 5 minutes later, the game just shut down. And it's like, we found this massive bug. They're duping a shitload of things. The house is on fire. Get out. Get out.
Right.
But, you know, it's one of those weird kind of situations where I'm not entirely certain what's going to happen, let's be honest. I mean, I hope it's going to be good. And on the kind of the thing you were saying about it's going in, doing a thing, farming it in order to get more things. And I mean, Genkai, I'll be honest, you're kind of tugging at the rug that is every video game we've ever played. that's literally all of them.
Not really, because if you look like something that has an expansion, you progress towards. Like, take World of Warcraft or take any game as an example, you have more stuff to do that actually leads you to somewhere. This is just a virtual circle that gives you absolutely nothing.
You didn't
Like,
hear
the
that.
only thing that is really important about the patch that's coming up is that they're reworking melee attacks and power attacks. That is the best. That's so good.
Yeah, the auto melee weapons are, I think, I think are going to be the big thing from
Oh.
the patch. Rather than the pit, I
Yeah.
think the auto melee will be the biggest
Mhm.
thing. The fact that we're getting new weapons that are like strong. I mean, it's not just we're getting new weapons; we're actually getting new weapons that are beastly.
Oh, yeah.
Both the auto axe and the chainsaw. Once we can make it legendary and have a level 50, they're both really strong weapons. So that's what I think that'll be the biggest thing from the pit. But eventually, it's going to be just a grind like everything else.
But I think that was inevitable anyway. Old content always ends up becoming that way. Before I get into that though, hey Wolflord and Yeet, welcome to the stream, guys. How are you getting on? Hey Matt, what is up? And yes, I did finally move. As you can see, I've got some of my cool shit in the background. But yeah, with daily ops, big factor is going to be the weapons. For me, it was always going to be a big factor. The first thing I'm doing is crafting a shitload of chainsaws, auto axes, rippers, and drills. Because I want a drill to kneecap Jeff with. I'm going to go right up to that motherfucker and drill both his kneecaps out. And then probably eat the corpse. But that's, you know, a completely different story. But yeah, when it comes to daily ops and the expedition parallel, when daily ops came out, it was fantastic. I mean, every single one of us was, well, I say every single one of it, every single person that I could speak to at the time was perfectly happy and absolutely thrilled with it. And within each week, it got worse and worse and worse because the novelty wore off. The real kind of issue is they need to bring out consistent content that we are going to be able to get engaged with. And the problem is, without it being story-based content or other kind of things, it's very difficult for them to do that. And I think the biggest problem is it's Double 11, and I believe that other game company that I can't remember for the life of me that are there. And they've kind of had to pick up some shit. I don't think Bethesda's actually doing anything with Fallout 76 anymore. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on that, because that could be completely false, because I don't know. But as far as I know, Double 11 has got about 20 people working on the game. And then there's this other company that's been added on to help. And they're all, like, I don't know how much of a handover of this is the thing, fix this, it's been given to them. Or if it's just been like, house is on fire, here are the keys. I think for what's happened so far, Double 11 has actually done relatively well. I mean, I think it was you, Genkai, that was telling me a lot of bugs that didn't really get a lot of spotlight on when they did get fixed have been fixed that we're not seeing anymore.
Yeah. Like, there's no bad thing to say about Double 11 except for the Rust plugin to consoles. But they learned from that.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You want a company to learn. I've only ever wanted to run about a flaming vamps chainsaw. I don't ask for one. Nearly, we all want a flaming chainsaw that we're going to name something like I don't know, something Evil Dead based. I'll swallow your soul. This is my boomstick. Oh wait, no, it's my chainsaw. You know, there's so many different things that that I want to do with that chainsaw. And again, I want to cut Jeff's legs off. I don't even like the daily ops currently. I do it for the daily week. Yeah, most people do it for the dailies, if I'm honest. Hey Mikey, how you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream. I'm really looking forward to Nuka World. That is another one that I think a lot of us are looking forward to. The new boss is definitely something that would be interesting to see. But it all comes down to, is the Nuka World going to be a permanent fixture in Appalachia? This is not... I don't know if you guys know for certain, because it's not been anything I've read. It made it out like it's an event, not an actual.
They haven't told us much. They haven't really told us much, but it would be nice to have. And I think it's a nuke boss, but I would actually like to see a new boss that has another. I mean, like the Sheep Squatch, right? It has a different kind of mechanic. We can start the boss, but we don't have to do a nuke. It's like, give us some. I don't know. Give us something new and actually make it new.
Well, the thing is,
not a retextured version of the same thing that we already have.
Yeah, I when it comes to a boss spawning from a nuke, it's gonna be like, if it is a nuke, it's going to be an event. But what I mean is the Nuka World thing itself, because you'll have to nuke the Nuka World big top. That's the logic behind it. You're gonna have to hit that big top of a nuke to spawn this boss. Is that gonna be around all the time?
I believe it is.
Because if that is, that's at least something. I'm happy with that.
I think the boss is a permanent thing.
Hey Dave, how you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream. What is crack-a-lackin'? They just need to remove the mutation where the last hit has to be melee from special op. Oh, yes and no. I actually like that mutation on the basis that it makes melee people feel like they're, worthwhile. The biggest problem with daily ops is the game in general. It just bitch slaps melee players quite a bit. Unfortunately, I like someone else's idea for a boss for the life of me. I can't remember who, but they had an idea for a Liberty Prime boss. But I like my idea for a boss. You let me drop an FEV bomb on the prison, and we get fucking Giga Mad Dog Malone covered in power armor, and he basically just becomes Frank Horrigan Mark II. I want that. I want a Frank Horrigan running around Appalachia, beating the shit out of people. That would be fun. There could be like some sort, because it's the prison, you could be able to set up a proper turret defense to take him out. Like Super Mad Dog Malone would be amazing, especially if every super mutant in the area also turns into a behemoth because you've dropped an FEV bomb on them. That would be amazing.
I sincerely hope Nuka World is going to be a permanent thing because, it is atrocious how slow they are with new content.
Oh yes,
yeah,
very much.
I play different games, and I think one of the games I play has every 6 weeks it has an update.
Most games are that way. Most games. I don't think that's even exclusive to one or two games. Most live service games, there is an update almost consistently. And even if it's not just like a big content update, you'll get a little drip and drab here. I mean, look at World of Warcraft's probably the best example I can think of because I have personal experience of it. You would get every couple of months like a full-blown kind of expansion kind of thing. And it was a whole new quest line, a new dungeon or two, and then a new raid. Like every couple of months.
Yeah, every 3-4 months it was dotted out. It's what in the whole expansion.
And then on top of that, you'd then get more gear, an advancement to your gear score, your level. Carrot on stick. You would get a carrot for the end of your stick. This game doesn't have that because there is no better gear than what you have. I mean, no matter what they bring out, unless they create level 60 gear, you're never going to get a better item than what you've got now.
Because even something that's as good would be nice. I mean, just for variety, but they give us something that's different, but it's worse. So that's,
There should be an event kind of like Heart of the Swamp, but it's the Master and his minions are super mutants. I mean, I think you can sort of bring in that sort of thing. I'd love to see a group of super mutants that show up that are actually intelligent for a change, because we've had the dum-dum super mutants for so long, and the Master super mutants are all like, well, good evening, my good sir. Tipping their hat to us, kicking us in the groin, eating our flesh, all that kind of thing. I'd love to see some of the Master super mutants show up, because it's not unbelievable that they could just wander over. I mean, I'm fairly certain they mentioned Mariposa in the Brotherhood of Steel quest at least 2 or 3 times. They were physically at Mariposa, which is where unless I'm wrong on this, isn't Mariposa where the Master was? Or am I thinking of a different name? Or am I thinking of a different place? I'm going to have to check that now.
I wonder if the Fallout TV series, if it turns out to be good, if that will actually bring people into the game.
Oh, 100% will. Oh no, I think Mariposa is the military base. Oh no, it is. It is. It is where the Master was, I think. Yeah, it is. So Mariposa has been mentioned in Fallout 76, so it's not beyond belief that the Master super mutants could make their way over. I mean, they're immune to fucking radiation. Why wouldn't they be able to? It's kind of would be pretty awesome to get some more variation. You would think the Fallout TV series coming that they would want to cash in on the promotion and lure new players in the content. Oh, 100%, Mikey. 100%. I don't disagree with that. I mean, on the note of the Fallout 76 series, I mean, I know you were talking about it there, Wiggle. I mean, it looks like it's shaping up to be pretty awesome. There's a lot of the promotional stuff and a lot of the things that we've seen for it are looking like it's shaping up to be following the kind of quest line of, I think it's Fallout 1, with some elements from free. I don't know why that camera just keeps losing focus on my face. That's kind of distracting. But yeah, I do like the visuals that I've seen so far, and hopefully it turns out to be something that is just really, really good. But at the same time, it could go down the shitter pretty quick.
I think it's going to be on the same level as the Halo TV show.
Oh,
It won't happen for another 60 years. Do we have an exact date of when the Master happened? Let's see. The Rise of the Master. Ah, right. So it was 2102. When is Fallout 76 set?
It would
like
be nice.
21. It's about then. It's like 2102 or something. It's about that same time, isn't it?
Yeah.
25 years after the bombs.
That is right on the money. So
What is-
the Master could, in theory, send super mutants our way, because it happened in 2102, I think. Yeah, the Master happened in 2102.
There you go.
Oh no, wait a second. Yeah. Harold, a caravan master from the hub, mounted an expedition in 2102 to locate and destroy the source of the super mutants. So yeah, the Master's about. If in canon, the Master is literally about during this point. So we definitely could see the Master. Well, not the Master himself, because he's a fucking weird flesh creature attached to a computer screen. Like, he's not going fucking anywhere, but we could see his mutants. Let's see. Nightkin. Yeah, I agree, Wolflord. A Nightkin special event. Remove some, not all of the junk effects on gear. Oh, Matt. Par for the course. I think there's plenty of weapons and armors out there that need certain things removed. Like, I definitely think they need to put into things like, for example, any large, heavy weapon with a big magazine should not have the capability of getting fucking last shot. And certainly shouldn't be able to get quad and last shot. I mean, how monumentally stupid is it that almost every time I get a big, heavy weapon with quad, it almost simultaneously, in most cases, will get last shot. It's like it's got a higher chance of happening. Why? Like, why? It's just so dumb. I mean, bashing on a weapon that you are not, like a pistol. Like, if they had a perk that was called Pistol Whip, where it gives you, like, some insane pistol damage from pistol whipping someone, I could dig that. I mean, it works in movies. Like, how often do you see a guy in a movie get hit by a pistol and he's fucking dead? Never seen from again. So yeah, there's plenty of things that could happen, but I want them to bring in more stuff. And yeah, I think removing stalkers and suppressors would be a better idea. Nocturnal at least has utility half of the time. But the thing is, Matt, like, what about 76's canon? All of it or none of it? I think that's all down to each individual person to decide.
Simulation.
I mean, until they come out and say 76 is or isn't canon, then as far as we're concerned, it probably is. Because if you can't say it isn't, then you also can't say it is either. So it's that kind of way, just assume it is until they come out and say, never happened, it was all a dream. It's all a horrifying dream. Just like my ass.
It would be very nice if they would change some of those crappy effects, or like radiation rend on radiation regeneration on unyielding pieces.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
realistically, they're not going to dilute the pool just to make us happier. Like, putting even more in the pool keeps us longer in the game. And what is Bethesda's ultimate goal?
Yeah, it's all about engagement and keeping us playing for longer. But I think the problem is that there is a limit to that. I mean, it is that very much the reason why these kind of things work in games like, God, my brain went, World of Warcraft, Borderlands. It's carrot and stick. You get minute improvements. But when you can't improve, it kind of takes a big old piss in your biscuits. There needs to be a bit of advancement. There needs to be a bit of I am progressing. I am getting somewhere with this. I'm doing something. How often do you really feel that in 76? In general, I generally don't feel like I'm going forward with my gear. I feel like I've not went forward with my gear in about a year. I mean, I get new shit that is cool, but is it better than what I'm using, or is it, the same or just different? And don't get me wrong, I like the different stuff. I like something being and feeling different, but it's not better.
Are other games, other games like this, are they? I mean, what's frustrating about Fallout 76 specifically, when you're talking about progressing, is the randomness is so huge that you don't have a clear path to. I mean, like you say, I want this weapon or I want this armor set or whatever. There's no clear path to getting that. It's all just like up to the randomness. And I'm wondering if other games give you a clearer path to a more predictable is what I mean. Like a more predictable. It's like, okay, if I do such and such, eventually I'll get to where I want to go. Where in this game, you can do such and such forever and never get where you want to go.
Well, the biggest comparison I'd make would be towards a game like World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls, that kind of thing. So because you have specific classes and specific types of armor and specific types of weapon that each class can use, typically you will only get the things that drop for you. And if you don't get the things that drop for you, you can at least trade them. Now, you have the level kind of thing with that. So as you get higher level, you get higher weapons, and then there's obviously the level cap. And then there is certain drops from certain enemies that will only drop for the right class. Essentially, if you go to the end of a boss in a dungeon in World of Warcraft, you won't get items that you physically can't use. So you'll get something that's better than yours. And in certain instances, when it comes to dungeons or high-end raids, you'll get an item that's identical to what you have, but it has 10 more gear score on it. So when you reach level cap, you'll get an item that is level 500, let's say.
Right.
But then the next time you get that item, it'll be level 510. It'll have minute extra damage, minute stat difference, but it is incrementally better.
You're clearing the normal / heroic /
there you go. Okay.
And then eventually you get to the cap where it's all capped. You can't get any better. You can have this max item level gear, and then you have to wait. You have to wait until they either add in new stuff.
No, because you can still get Warforged gear, and that is basically like same. Go on.
But that's also the cap. That's what I mean. Like, you get to a point where you physically can't get any better gear. It's just
the only thing you can get is more stats on it. So if you only have, let's say you're a rogue and you live off agility and stamina, then the two stats on the item are like crit and name something, then a Warforged item could add a third stat like haste or something,
I definitely agree with the full auto ammo converter. You should be able to just pour shit into that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Get rid of the legendary pipe guns. Nobody uses pipe. I use pipe weapons occasionally, Wolf.
Are you serious?
Wiggle literally done a video of him. Wiggle literally done a video of him killing Earl with a pipe weapon. Pipe weapons are fine. Pipe weapons are fine. You can post your goddamn link.
Oh yeah. All right, I will. Seriously.
Don't go watch it right now, though.
No, don't watch it now.
That comment is that there needs to be balance in the game.
Yeah, there needs to be something that gives us that carrot and stick thing. We need to get gradual progression. We need to get slightly better things every so often. Thank you for the sub, Mikey. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. One of us. Covered my face. One of us. But yeah,
it's a trap.
It is a trap. But yeah, there needs to be some sort of progression system in the game. They need to. I honestly think what they need to do, and this actually solves the legacy issue as well, in a sense, because it doesn't. They don't take them away. They don't nerf them. But if you increase the level cap of items and players, legacy weapons become weaker because they're lower level. Just putting it out there. You'd have to stay like level fucking 50 or 100 in order to keep those items.
If I take let's say they put level 60 in the game, and you can go 10 levels higher, and all the gear goes 10 levels higher, then my legacy still beats 99% in the game.
That depends on
Three's
how
going
much
crazy.
they buff it. What's he going? How crazy?
He wants you to turn on your light so he can, because you're in shadows. Says it's driving him crazy.
My lights are all on.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
what to
because
tell
you
you.
have the shadow of the microphone standard in front of your face. But,
It's the microphone. But yeah, I've
nobody
lowered it down.
cares.
Is that better?
He lives in darkness. That's
I
just
am
how
the night.
Radiates,
I am
radiates
Batman.
darkness.
God, I wish I radiated darkness. It'd be so much easier. Nerf only legacy Gatling plasma and we're good to go. I don't think that's a solution to it. I'm fairly certain the laser rifle in a proper commando build probably takes a massive shit on that.
Yeah. Gatling plasma is a joke compared to
like with a right build on other ones, yeah, you're gonna see a similar thing. Everybody seems to be focusing on like is it the splitter on the plasma?
Yeah.
Like, in the comments in that video I made a while ago about Turtle's video saying the thing, and then everybody losing their shit on it. Everybody seemed to be focusing. It's the splitter. It's the splitter. No, it's not. It's not the fucking splitter. Like, there's so many different legacy weapons. Like the flamer. Does that have a splitter? Still fucking completely shits on everything.
People think it's the splitter, but the splitter has like 0.001% to do with it. Like, if you would take the explosive effect and change it from an applicative to a spell, then you can immediately change everything about the spell.
I think Matt's got a good point. Remove legendary items, return to old Fallout. We'll all go isometric and be wandering in a world in like a non 3D but sort of 3D plane. Just all of us isometric, taking turns shooting at each other. Like, you can't shoot me, it's my turn. There is no rules.
I didn't go isometric, but I did do a playthrough with no legendaries. It was fun. And not hard.
I just explained about the explosive spell effect, Mr. 3.
You have to remember he is slightly behind, so he might have not heard you say it yet.
I'm gonna get a new beer.
And a new beer? What happened to your old beer?
I destroyed it. And what about the flamer? Huh?
I mean, I already said that. The flamer does a lot of damage really quickly. I mean,
what about the... Yeah, there's so much more explosive things that are so busted.
Like, I'm trying to think, like the Gauss Mini. I mean, how is that legacy? Because I know you can get an explosive one of that. I know it's not quite the same. It's probably a lot. It's probably similar to the Pepper Shaker in that aspect. But the Pepper Shaker's still pretty fucking good in what it is.
I'm back. Sorry.
A quad Pepper Shaker is a fun weapon.
Oh yeah, Pepper Shaker is a very fun weapon. I love any Pepper Shaker. All Pepper Shakers. They're delicious. But yeah,
they're absolutely amazing.
But no, it's the case of turn-based combat versus Errol. Return to Monkey. just go full Harambe mode on Errol. Just all of us just sitting there as Errol goes, and we go.
How long that would take if it was turn-based? Holy shit!
About as long as your video on him with a pipe pistol. But
ow!
I mean, you can't say it was a quick kill.
No, but I think isometric turn-based would be probably longer.
Well, at least you.
Although it was the team of people, I guess it was a full people. Maybe not.
Let's see. Yeah, but they never fixed the Flamer's long barrel issue. That is annoying. Though I don't think you get that same long barrel. I don't think the Legacy Flamer gives two shits about the long barrel. Does it? I mean, you could launch those.
Doesn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, you could launch those flames into the fucking eye of God because they've got such amazing range. Like, literally, it's just once you make something anything at all Legacy, the idea of it having range issues is gone. I mean, the fucking Pepper Shaker can shoot the eye off a gnat from, the middle of nowhere because its range does not matter anymore once it becomes Legacy.
Yeah, you can immediately just use like 3 formula Ps and it's ridiculous.
The old explosive effect is the inherent problem, I know, but for the GAT plasma, which is abused as much as it is, the splitter is the biggest problem. Oh yeah, but that's the thing is, I agree that the Gatling plasma is the crux of the issue because that tends to be the one that everyone seems to have. Like, if I 9 times out of 10, if I see a legacy kicking around, it's the Gatling plasma because it's been duped so many times.
Yeah.
But it's not the plasma itself that's the problem. It's the amount of times someone's duped it. So it's kind of like going, well, my house is on fire. The fire's the problem. Meanwhile, Genkai's in the background setting fire to the neighbor's house. No. Genkai's the problem in that situation.
More fire.
The fire is like a situation that's there. It's not the inherent problem. If he's setting fires to all the houses, then we're all fucked. So it's the real problem is Bethesda has screwed the pooch and not deleted all these kind of weapons that were.
Oh, before even the duping and everything, they already screwed the pooch because they implanted explosive wrong, and everybody's talking about splitters and this and that, blah blah blah. But it all doesn't matter if the explosive is properly introduced into the game, then everything works. Then beam splitters are still there, and like a quad explosive laser rifle really eats any Gatling plasma any day.
I forgot to say, hey Mats, welcome to the stream. They could also upscale everything, but the legacies, including monster stats, cause big numbers. Well, the thing is, if somebody sees big numbers, they're gonna get a giant ego boost and confidence boost. We love to kill things quickly. But killing the end bosses too quickly, there's no point. It's not fun. And sorry, Genkai, I completely blanked on what you're saying because I was trying to turn the lights up because Mr. Free's apparently having an epileptic fit.
It's just about the explosive spell effect that they need to work on.
Well,
that's all that needs to happen.
It's the way that the explosive damage works. It's the same reason we die to it, because it is not explosive damage. It's explosive energy damage. It's this separate effect. And if they just converted or fucked with it so that the explosive damage just converted into ballistic damage, it'd be fine. It'd be the same as any other fucking weapon like that. But
it would actually be better for most weapons, because if you look at bosses, they have about 75 to 85% defense against explosives. So,
Matt, what is a Dragon Ball Z reference? I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember what was said that would have been one. Next time on Dragon Ball P.
No, the real problem is double handmaids.
Double handmaids are 100% the problem.
That's what they need to. That's the legacy they need to address.
Oh, I thought you meant like holding a handmaid in each hand and just shooting away like you're fucking Scarface.
Like an old 80s movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Scott.
Oh, I just said sign me up for that.
What, being Scarface?
No, the
Say
double
hello.
handmaid.
You just want all the cocaine he had, admit it. Say hello to my little friend. But yeah.
Someone's got to do that.
But no, there's so many problems in 76, and a lot of people are just completely blind to it and going because, you know, apparently criticizing anything is immediately just a big issue. And I think that's the primary problem with the world that these kind of moments is you're not allowed to criticize anything anymore. Because if you're criticizing anything, oh, the developers work really hard and all that kind of thing. I don't give a fuck if they work really hard. If I do shit at my job and people complain, I don't immediately go, oh, well, you really shouldn't be allowed to complain.
If I worked hard.
But it's like, I worked hard and you're really affecting my mental state right now and I'm going to go cry in the corner. Yeah, well, if I did a shit job, good. I should feel like shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
go cry.
It's a case of, as consumers, and what we're doing here is we're paying money. And not everybody's paying money to play Fallout 76. But the reason the game still exists is because we're paying money. So all these people that are playing for free are literally playing because we're funding the servers. So if they go, oh, well, I'm enjoying the game, it's like, yeah, well, you're welcome. It's the game, if we didn't pay for it, the game would be dead. And wanting a better product isn't the same as saying we hate the game. Sometimes I hate the game, but overall I love Fallout, and I have enjoyed and got a lot of time and joy out of 76. Like, we should be allowed to complain about it. I mean, that's the fundamental basis of being a consumer in any situation. You should be allowed to go, this is a bit shit.
Well, and if we didn't care, we wouldn't complain. We would just move on.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, if we didn't want to play the game, we would have stopped long ago.
They should be happy that we're complaining, because it means that we care.
But look at it this way, if we didn't complain, we wouldn't have got Wastelanders, one of the definitively best updates that we got, period. Wastelanders
sure.
changed everything. If we didn't
Yeah, for
complain
sure.
about the shitty state the game was released in, we never would have got Wastelanders. Therefore, the game that they like wouldn't exist, because they'd be like, where's all the NPCs?
Right.
Just like we were. I'm in the group
You're
that
an
won't buy another Bethesda game because of 76. I mean, Matt, I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. I am an optimistic and hopeful fool, however. But at the same time, I kind of... It's that... I'll be honest, when I play Bethesda games, I expect bugs. And I'll be entirely honest, when I play Starfield, if I don't like fall into the vacuous void that is space through my spaceship and end up, slowly hurtling towards a sun because I've clipped through the spaceship, I'll be fucking surprised. I genuinely think I'll end up becoming one with eternity in that game.
And then a modder will fix it in a week and it'll be fine.
Exactly. That's the thing about Bethesda games. The modders always fix it. This game would have been fixed years ago if the modders were allowed to just run rampant.
Can you imagine how amazing this game would be if that was the case?
I can understand why they haven't been allowed to. I can totally understand why they haven't been allowed to, because it is a live service. They could patch in a shitload of things like
Sure.
like skins and all that kind of thing. They could make it, you could wear whatever you want, and do whatever you want. But
Godzilla.
because that the way it's made, they needed to do something to do other shit. Also, I hate all of you. Love the world without the NPCs. Mr. Free, we want the sassy NPCs. I want sassy NPCs. I want NPCs that piss me off. I want NPCs that bring me joy. You want more Rose.
I want more Rose.
Wasn't Rose? Oh no, was Rose in the game prior? I'm sure Rose was in the game.
She is. I still want more Rose.
You want more Rose.
I want absolutely more Rose.
You want Rose in that sexy Assaultron body, don't you? You sick motherfucker, Wiggle. Like, I've got the war
the
Wiggles.
one you're looking at before the stream.
Just the sexy Assaultron body for Rose.
You know what? She doesn't even need a body. I just can listen to her voice. That's all I need is just that voice.
You need to scroll up in the general chat.
Just
talk dirty to me, Rose.
Why do I need to scroll up in the general chat?
I meant Wiggle. There's a picture of an Assaultron there with
Well, I saw it when he was looking at it on his screen.
I don't think it's the same one.
I don't think I'd be satisfied with another single player
all right.
only Bethesda game. I'm not excited. Well, the good kind of news with that, Sean, is there's a massive modding community out there that are actively working and bringing multiplayer to these type of games. And to be honest, there's a multiplayer mod for Skyrim. Which is something that we could totally do at one point. Is just all of us going around Skyrim, Fusro dying people into the fucking sun, which would be fun. But yeah, there's so many different things. There is legitimately so many different things. I haven't used custom worlds in months. I've not used custom worlds. Period. I mean, the only time I used custom worlds is when they first came out, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go see if I can craft a shitload of things and see if I can get a god roll. 2,000 items later, and I gave up on said god roll.
Yep.
Like legitimately.
You always knew how bad RNG was, or at least you thought you did, and then you try doing it in a custom world where you have free crafting, and you like, wow, it's so much worse than I thought. So much worse.
Oh yeah, like the is very, very bad.
It's so bad. It's like, holy shit, I'm spamming the button for 30 minutes just looking for like one effect, and you can't get it. It's just insane.
More Rose and more Chloe. Must be a story behind the fact she's trying to kill Leslie, the child she babysits. I mean, Vinny, there's no further reason other than children can be massive dicks. And if you give a robot humanoid emotions and a child, it might you know, just try and smother that child. I mean, there's a reason why in media the robots always try and kill us. We're annoying. And kids are like the most annoying of us. This is coming from a dad. Like, kids are annoying. I'm not surprised at all. Like, that little douchebag is probably the sole reason why that robot's got PTSD. Just a pet to travel with, mutant. Oh no, I've read that already. I mean, the thing about this is, again, this goes back to that whole legacy patch thing that was being spoke about, and I made a video about. Where's the pets? I mean, we're actually promised the pets. Like,
Yeah,
actually
when, like
physically.
a year ago.
Oh, over a year ago now, but yeah, a year ago, ish. And we've still not got that, so why the fuck do they think they're going to just pluck legacy weapon fix out of their arse when they're still working on things they've promised us? I mean, it's a very, very tricky thing. They need to give us the things that they've promised us before they give us the things they haven't promised us.
They promised a lot.
Post-traumatic war wiggles. But yeah, it's a very annoying issue about video games. Is so many companies have released things that are completely broken and not at all finished.
Yeah,
and 76 is one of those. And I think more recently we've been getting better content in the way of games and things like that. I mean, I can't think of the last game that came out where people went, this is a fucking broken mess. This is absolutely horrible. This is XYZ. Every single game that's been released recently has been relatively well seen. I mean, I don't know if you guys can think of one that's been particularly bad, but I can't actually think of one that's been released since... God, I'm trying to think of the last...
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, since Cyberpunk.
Disaster.
Since Cyberpunk, I can't think of a single game that has had a dramatically terrible release. And I could be wrong with that. I mean, there could be one that's maybe missed my radar or just I've not been interested in. Bucket, it's all about the war wiggles. But yeah, how are you getting on, BDP? What is crack-a-lackin', man? We were supposed to get pets 2 years ago, Matt's saying, on the pet issue. But yeah, no,
it's been for a while.
like, if you guys in the chat can think of a game that's released poorly in the past couple of years, after Cyberpunk, say it, because I genuinely can't think of one. And that, in my opinion, means that there's been a market kind of, we need to fix what's going on with games. Oh, no. Yes, Bucket's right. Battlefield 2042. My God. That was awful. That was genuinely awful.
I think there was one of those Marvel Avenger games as well. The Warhammer game that went ass as well. Don't ask me the name.
I don't know I've not heard of a Warhammer game. The Marvel Avengers game, did they not, like, was that not just a bad game?
Yeah, it was just a bad game.
I don't think it was that the game was buggy or broken. I think it was just bad. Because it's one of its counterparts, the Guardians of the Galaxy version, which is basically a similar game.
Yeah.
That has been critically acclaimed, is probably the wrong way to put it, but it's received a lot of good press. The Guardians of the Galaxy one. So I think it was maybe the Avengers one was just...
Actually, the Guardians of the Galaxy one was quite good.
But exactly. But is it not, like, really similar? Like, the whole way the game works? I mean, I've not played either, so I can't really comment on it. So
one is a little bit more like Diablo, like then more like Gears of War, I should say, like POV.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Gears of War, the first one.
Let's not talk about the shitstorm that is Diablo. I mean,
actually, the next season is going to be crazy good.
The next season?
Yes, the 21st. It's gonna start.
What season? I'm confused.
Season 22.
For what?
Or 28. Like as Diablo 3, you have the normal game and you have seasons, and every season is like 5-6 months. Don't pin me down on the exact. But they have different affixes, and every time it rotates. Like you get double materials for this, or you get some crazy ass power. And upcoming season, you can choose one item to roll to primal, and a primal means that it's if it can hold, if it can have like intellect between 500 and 1,000, then primal is always maximum stats on all the slots, and you can roll 1 out of 3 skills on it. And there, for each class, there's one really good one.
Vinny's hitting the nail on the head with that. I meant immortal.
Oh, Immortal is not even a game.
Yeah, that's the shitstorm involving that. I mean, I think a lot of the shitstorms we've had in the past while have been more around monetization and deceptive practices, rather than actual bad games. I mean, you could argue that is a bad game, but not in terms of the way it works.
There is actually a guy who dumped it's Jital Business or something is his name on YouTube, and he dumped 100K into Diablo Immortal and he refunded it. Watch that video if you want to have a good giggle. It's like 11 minutes.
If I want to have a good giggle, I'll just look at Wiggle.
Yeah, but this is très bien.
I like how Wiggle purred there.
That was actually my chair. But yeah.
What? Wait, have you got a vibrating chair?
No, I have a broken chair that makes a lot of noise.
Okay.
And I bought a new chair that doesn't make noise, but it's the most uncomfortable chair ever. So yeah.
Probably not as uncomfortable as the one my ass was in a couple of weeks ago. That was a very difficult chair to live in. Let's see. Warhammer Inquisitor, Vinny is saying, might be the game. All games during lockdown were terrible. I wouldn't 100% agree with that. I think there's a couple of... Nintendo quite consistently always releases decent games at some point or another, so I think there'll be Nintendo games that were quite good during lockdown. I never understood why they didn't embrace World War
There was one drama thing with the Switch.
What one was that?
I think it was Apex porting over to Switch. That was a massive shit show as well.
I mean, ports, you kind of expect a little bit of shenanigans because essentially you're trying to turn one thing into another. So that I can kind of understand, but typically, and probably by now, it's likely been fixed. Ports aren't always the best. And it doesn't matter what way you go, though.
The game Mr. 3 just mentioned is also one of the biggest ass games from 2022.
Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Companies are trying to squeeze out as much possible from as little budget. Yeah, Matt's 100%.
It's the mobile model. It just seems like that's more and more the whole.
It's the whole gacha thing.
We want to monetize everything. We care more about keeping you spending money than giving you a great experience.
There's nothing wrong with gacha. I state that first.
I mean, it's just monetization is just runs rampant in a lot of things. I can't say for all gacha games, but there is gacha games out there that are absolute fucking cancer.
I play several gacha games, and some of them have actually 6-week updates with good content, so it's absolutely worth it.
The thing is, I don't dislike a free-to-play model.
Oh, it is initially free to play, but you spend to progress. It's not like it's absolutely nowhere close to pay to win.
Oh yeah, no, it is. I don't dislike a free to play model that then gets you to pay extra in order to access new stuff and things like that. Because quite frankly, I mean that's what World of Warcraft does that to an extent. I mean, you pay the subscription, but you don't need to pay for all the expansions anymore. You just pay for the recent one. Whereas if you think of it objectively, if you're from the start, you've paid for every expansion and that stuff. Yeah. So it depends on what you go for. Werewolf the Apocalypse, Earthblood has poor combat and worse animations. I don't think I've played that or seen that.
Oh, Lucia.
I don't. The name strikes me as familiar, but I don't think I've seen it.
I would highly advise against playing that game.
Well, I probably won't now. I'm not sure, but a lot of Blizzard devs quit because of the company itself, or was it some other company? Matt, a lot of the Blizzard devs had issues because there was a lot of dodgy shit going on in that company. Potentially still is. We don't really know because it's been out of the spotlight for a while. Their CEOs, like everybody, literally it is a fucking can of worms. And the only thing I would suggest is go read up on it because there's a lot of crazy shit that was going on there that was very toxic work environment to work in general.
Yeah,
So a lot of people, yeah.
They done an investigation. Blizzard did an investigation on themselves, and the outcome was that the Blizzard, the big shots did nothing wrong. So,
well, I recall, if I recall correctly, the investigation resulted in the shit was there's definitely something wrong. We'll find them, and then they fined them for the exact sum total of 1 day's or 1 month's revenue. Literally, it was like what Blizzard earns, and I think it must have been a month. A day sounds too little. Whatever Blizzard earned in a single month, they got fined.
do you think they honestly care about like?
Oh, I don't think they gave two shits
They're
about
raking
that.
in 60 million a month, and they're gonna fine 60 mil, and they're
Mhm.
just giggling like, "Oh, we have to pay."
That's like reaching into again that stack of cash behind me and just going, oh well. I mean that's like my keyboard breaking and me going, ah fuck, I need to get a new keyboard. That's what it is. That was what it was like for Blizzard. Oh well, I'll need to get a new keyboard.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's slightly annoying. I'm slightly out of pocket, but it's not a massive deal. Dungeons and Dragon Dark Alliance as a bug-filled mess with bad combat. Never heard of that one either. Never heard of that. Multiverses seems to be going well. I've heard of that one, but I have no idea about the context of it. All export ports to PS3 were trash and poorly coded. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Ports typically go quite badly in the beginning, but they can be fixed generally. It depends on who's doing it, and it depends on how much effort they put into it. The cash grab is... Oh, yeah, Matt. Fallout 76 is 100% a cash grab. I mean, it's pretty much an entire asset flip, and then all they had to do was make the region itself. But everything else, I mean, is there anything in 76 other than, like, the Scorched and the Queen that are... were there mole miners in 4? I don't think there was mole miners in 4.
No, mole miners are new as well.
So it's like the... Apart from the individualistic enemies and the actual landscape, everything else was ported over.
Pretty much. I mean, they changed the weapon type for the handmade, but it looks the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The combat rifle is different, I think. Wasn't the combat rifle in Fallout 4 different than what we have now?
I don't know, but I can check.
I mean, I don't remember the rounded barrels. I guess it would be rounded, but I mean, to me it seems like it feels different, but my memory could be off.
Well, I'm sure it was different in Fallout 3 and whatnot.
Yeah, but for sure in 3. Yeah, everything in 3 is different.
It looks exactly the same in the pictures I'm looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So my memory's just off.
It may be
I thought it was similar. Yeah.
I think it's.
I actually got bored and played 4 yesterday for a while.
It's just a slightly different color by the looks of it, but that just could be the screen I'm looking at it on.
Right.
It seems most games lately have been released with beta test quality and have to pay to test. Yeah, it really annoys me when they do that, where they release a game beta to the public. Game betas, you should be paying somebody to take part in a beta. You should actually be paying them a wage and saying, fix our game. Figure out what's wrong, fix it. Well, not fix it, but figure out what's wrong and tell us what needs fixed. That's what beta tests should be. It shouldn't be this public thing where they get everybody to take part in it, because that's not proper product testing. That's like taking a fucking, I don't know, a fucking oven to your testers and going, instead of, putting this through quality control and actually testing if these ovens work, let's send it into the houses of 5 million people. We'll get them to pay for the oven. And then if it explodes, oh well. Fuck them. That's what beta tests are nowadays, as far as I'm concerned. Let's see it explode in the public's face, because they've already paid for the fucking game, so fuck them. Maybe that's just me. Warframe also had a struggling launch. Warframe's doing really well now, though, is it not?
Warframe has a free-to-play concept with pay to win.
I have
Not
honestly
paid-
no idea.
Not pay to progress, but it's pay to win.
Like I have seen Warframe things, but I've never bothered playing the game because it just it doesn't look like something I'd want to play. It kind of looks like somebody made MDK in multiplayer. Don't know if you guys remember that game, which was a great game, by the way. But it just the art style does not make me want to play it at all. It just it reminds me a little bit of Geiger, but that's about it. Let's see. Buy DPS.
I
everyone.
remember that. MDK,
Thanks for popping in, Neely.
PS1.
Thanks for popping in. Yeah, MDK Murder Death Kill. It was a great game. I woke up feeling like crap, so I'm chugging Pedialyte.
It's Pedialyte. Pedialyte.
Pedialyte.
It's a drink they give kids when they're sick.
Dear Lord. Dad is drinking IPA.
Good if you get dehydrated or something. It's good for that.
Alright. I like the rope parachute to this day. I'm fairly certain they proved that rope parachute thing is physically possible. Like, it actually can work. I'm sure I watched something about that at some point. But no,
Mythbusters did it. Probably.
Probably. I mean, it was an absolutely great game, though. I mean, there's so many really good games on the PS1 era. MDK is one of them that I can remember. Heart of Darkness, did you guys ever play that?
Heart of the Darkness.
Why did you say it like that? It was like I honestly thought it was like the fucking Japanese version of it.
Oh yeah, I played this. Sorry, I had to look at the game, the hard copy of the game.
Ah. But no, Heart of Darkness was a great little game. The amount of fucking death animations that game had alone was insane. And the amount of time they must have put into that. And the story of it was, you know, it's one of those stories where you're kind of, as a kid, you can vaguely understand it. But it was just, it had a cracking little story. It reminded me of a little bit of Never-Ending Story. Not in the sense that, you know, he was going about with a fucking laser rifle shooting shadows, but the whole getting sucked into another world kind of thing. It just had that kind of vibe to it.
Absolutely, but I think the wiki says like, how long is the Heart of Darkness game? It's about half an hour. The story mode.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's over like 2,000 of 2D animated frames. So.
Oh no, it's I've actually watched a video of just every death animation, just me sitting there watching it. It's like the nostalgia, the feels. So the thing about old games, I don't think I've had a game in the past. Well, I tell a lie. There is a couple of games that I do remember fondly, but most games in the past 20 years, most of them I are so forgetful. Like, I genuinely don't have any nostalgia for them whatsoever. But there's certain games that just... Do you not remember Twisted Metal?
I remember it was some sort of Carmageddon kind of thing, right?
That's exactly what it was. You got to pick your own car and things like that. It was like a guy who had two wheels on his arms. The clown truck, Sweet Tooth. I'm trying to remember any of the other ones, but that's the two I always remember, and I never remember the rest.
The moment you said you can pick, I was like, yes, clown truck. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think, if I'm honest, I always pick the clown truck as well. Bubba's like, I'm glad I've not said anything yet.
First
Red
two
Dead-
would pick the freaking clown.
Hey, it's a good car.
It's the best car.
Yeah, I think it's more about the car than the fact that it's clown.
Yeah, to be honest, all you saw was just a white van. And I mean, you know what we're like with a white van.
A white ice cream van.
Yes.
Oh.
See, I fucking hated Assassin's Creed. Like, everybody goes on about how Assassin's Creed is such a game series. The first game was shit. It's absolute shit. Oh, I'm gonna go
There
fucking
is-
kill this guy, then I'll go and fucking climb 20 churches and do the T-pose at the top of it, and
Yeah.
then fucking kill another guy. It's like, if I wanted to play the parkour simulator, I'd just go out fucking side. Assassin's Creed 1 was just shit. Don't get me wrong, Mass Effect was really good. I do really like Mass Effect, but do I get that kind of nostalgic feeling from it? Not really. I literally don't. When I think of nostalgia, I think of games like Little Big Adventure. I mean, that's a game that for some reason just sticks in my brain, and just terrible voice acting, terrible graphics by today's
That's a story.
standards. But you know, Metal Gear Solid 1, like that, what a great game. You know, fucking Suikoden.
Wacky races.
Not wacky races. I don't know.
That was fun as shit, man.
But yeah, no, it's like there's so many games that pop into my head when I think of nostalgia, and I'll be honest, nothing past the, I would say, PS2 really stacks up. Even Fallout 3 doesn't quite stack up in comparison. Or even New Vegas. I love New Vegas. I love Fallout 3. I love Mass Effect. I love Dragon Age. But I
See-
don't feel nostalgic thinking about them. It's that
That's-
kind of really strange thing.
Champions of Norath. You ever play that?
The name is
On the
familiar, but I
It was
don't.
on the PS2. That was my favorite game on the PS2.
Well, the games I played on PS1 and PS2 were almost primarily JRPGs.
Oh, okay.
Like
You
a
see what
lot
last-
of
This wasn't
JRPGs.
You see what Last Wolf Lord says? That man is so correct.
It's mostly boring except for Black Flag. That was okay. I've
But
never
s-
played any
if
of
you
the
play
Assassin's
any
Creed
game-
stuff.
Black Flag is by far the best Assassin's Creed.
See,
Well,
Vinny
if-
knows what I'm talking about.
Like can we all agree Assassin's Creed 1 is just absolute shit?
Yeah.
It's like one of the worst like in terms of maybe what it was like. I must have been a really bland year. Like, oh, I like climbing buildings and fucking jumping off them. I just can't think of a single thing that I actually found entertaining. Like the first part of the game where you did everything the first time, great. It was actually fun. Then I realized I had to do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times you had to do it, but you had to do it a fair few times, and it was the exact same thing you did. It was just a bad game.
What was also a really good game is Prototype.
Heard of
Is
that one.
that the one that's basically Venom Simulator?
Venom Simulator / GTA
Isn't that what it
Oh.
was?
/ Sandbox. I
Isn't
should
Yes,
say.
isn't
Vinny.
Prototype that was originally meant to be a Venom game?
I actually don't know.
I have a feeling that was originally meant to be Venom. Like it was meant to be Venom, like the Spider-Man game, like because at the time they brought out that Spider-Man game where you were swinging about and everything. I'm fairly certain Prototype was meant to be Venom, but they couldn't get the license.
2009's Prototype has been commonly thought of as an honorary Venom game. But it is not intended to be...
Well, they would say that if they couldn't get the fucking license.
Yeah, but that must be something extra. That's
Oh.
really-
Matt, Elder Scrolls Morrowind is a fucking great game. I spent many hours of that game randomly just turning into a werewolf and eating people's flesh. So yeah, a white pie wagon with a huge. I'm just reading Twisted Metal stuff. The 2 new events are pretty solid. The problem is we have to wait for all the rotation events. Hey Animal, welcome to the stream, man. How are you getting on? There's 3 new events.
Yeah.
Unless you're saying one of them is specifically shit, which I agree. But which one are you talking about?
I think the biggest issue with the 3 new games is the fact that it has made, well, I mean, number one, the script limit is just terrible, but it's also very unbalanced, right? You do something like eviction notice and you get 800 legendary weapons,
Yeah.
lots of legendary enemies, lots of XP, and then the next thing that pops up is like a tea time, which has no legendary enemies, not a whole lot of experience, and so like they made it really unbalanced. It's like, well, if I'm looking for something that is going to give me a lot of XP and a lot of a lot of weapons or a lot of armor, whatever, a lot of script, it's just like I mean, like the balance they need to it's like they need to introduce, they need to redo the mechanics, even if it's like low level. I mean, it's just because you go into a server and it's like, well, okay, I'm getting path to enlightenment, and then I'm getting tea time, and then you go to another server and you're getting radiation rumble and eviction notice. It's like they're just so unbalanced, and it's ridiculous the way that they've set it up.
Well, that's the thing when you compare like events. If you compare any event towards any other event, you're gonna have to put them into like a tier list of what is good and what isn't. And realistically, you can tell two events take a big steaming shit on just about any other event. Eviction notice and radiation.
There is
rumble.
only two good events.
But if tea time, so what Matt is saying, like tea time is a top 3, and I'm not saying tea time is a bad event. What I'm saying is, if you're looking for like legendary items, like you're not, where's my legendary ant? Where's my legendary wolf? Whatever. Like they should be giving us, legendary enemies in those events. Just, I mean, there's a lot of enemies. I mean, tea time is, if there's people there, especially since they changed it so that enemies are spawning a lot more, they need to retool it even more so that the enemies actually are legendary enemies. And then it would be on balance with the other events instead of going, oh, tea time to spawn, I'm gonna server hop looking for an event that actually will give me something.
Well, the thing is, if you think of one of the most shitty events in the game because of what you need to do during it, the amount of enemies you kill in it, line in the sand.
Yeah.
There's only 2 parts of the year where line in the sand is even remotely worth doing.
Right.
And that is Christmas. Halloween.
Christmas
and Halloween.
That, well, and when the aliens are, well, of course they're not legendary either. Yeah, never mind.
Literally, it's only good during Christmas.
And that's buggy too. Like when the aliens are there, they were spawning in places and they were outside the event and staying there. So yeah. You're right.
It's a case of anything within that radius of events where you can't drop a nuke.
Right.
Absolute shit. Unfortunately, most of the events that appear with a big question mark, most of the public events always seem to be in that area. Why?
Like, I think all the events need to be reworked anyways, because
For sure.
I don't particularly you can say an event is good or bad, because like with the 2 events we air quotes say are good, Radiation Rumble and
Eviction Notice.
Thank you. I was going to call it Legendary Overload. You get too much shit, and with all the others, you get too little.
You get nothing. Yeah, you either get way too much that you can't handle, or you get absolutely nothing. And it's like, why don't you just take a little bit? And also, it also encourages the kind of shitty play that people do, where they want to, because those events are so rare, people want to just sit in one spot, and I'm just going to aim for the legendary enemies, and that's it. I don't care about the event. I just want to just shoot these enemies because this event doesn't come up that much. We're worrying about because the other events that might come up are events we don't want to do because they don't give us anything. Whereas if there was a more balance in terms of rewards for like legendary rewards, it wouldn't necessarily be that way. Well, people be like, oh, I missed this event. It's fine because any event that I do is going to give me something I want. And that's not the case. Most of the events that happen don't give you something you want unless it's, I mean, tea time is an exception because it gives you the tea. I mean, it gives you the special blend, right? Which is actually worth it, but it's other than that, it's in terms of like legendary items, it has 0. There's always the chance that you might get a 1-star at the end, because that happens sometimes with events where you get like that, that 1-star armor piece or whatever, but nothing during the event. And so people number one, those events get underattended. What happens is people, oh, that popped up, and they server hop looking for something that they want, or whatever. So
Matt, I agree. Distinguished guest doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would robot fucking waiters want you to find the plates? I mean, we're not
why
bus
would
boys.
you go there? There's nothing to be gained.
That's the one event that you can't find anybody who likes it. Like every event you mention, you can say this event sucks, and someone will say I like it.
Who keeps on doing the tables?
Tables?
Yeah.
Who keeps undoing the tables? Why have those
undoing
plates
the
been
tables.
moved?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, also, typically, here's something that, I could be wrong here. Who the fuck brings the food to the table unplated?
Yep.
Right.
Like, why are we putting plates on the tables?
Right.
Like,
They're just bringing
should-
armloads of food.
Shouldn't we be taking those plates to the fucking kitchen? What the fuck are these robots
Yeah.
doing?
Right.
Like,
well,
the-
and besides,
the-
do we really
the-
want to set plates at a place that's known for cannibalism?
I mean, I certainly do.
Just saying.
Num num num.
Theoretically, in fine dining, your plate gets put on top of the show plate that you already have in front of you.
Oh well,
Ooh.
la di da.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Fine dining with the pinky raised.
Wiggle.
Ooh.
Yes.
So somebody's flaunting his knowledge
Guess
of
what I just
fine
rolled?
dining. Was it
What's that?
a
Quad
quad?
faster fire rate agility pipe rifle.
I like
wow.
how I said quad.
You want?
There you go. Use it. No, I'm good. I actually have several quads. Pipe
Fair
rifles.
enough.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've got a quad faster
The
fire rate. In
quad.
fact, actually, I might have that same roll actually, because I do have one that's like that.
Vinny, it does give you
Yes.
Sweetwater special blend.
It's like 5 or 6 or 7, somewhere in that range. It may be a random amount. I don't know.
It does give you and from the quest as well.
Yeah, and from the daily as well. Yeah, you get both. So if you do the daily and you do that event, you'll never run out.
And if you wait 5 minutes after that event, there's probably like 10, 20 on the floor because nobody.
That's right. Yeah, you just say, hey, I want this, because half the people there, they don't care. Like if someone's carnivore and they're a heavy gunner, they don't care.
Mm.
Yeah.
See, this is something. I mean, I was reading the comment in the chat there. I forget who it was that said it. I think it might have been Wolflord. About ant meat. Is there an ant nest in this game?
Not that I've seen. No, that would be cool.
How is that fucking possible?
Right, all the ants that we
I mean,
have, and there's no ant nest.
Ants aren't solitary fuckers.
Not
like-
even close.
Like, every game that has had ants in them, like Fallout games had ants in them, you've at least had one nest. At least one. Where's the fucking ant nest in Appalachia? Where's the ants?
The same theory.
Right.
It's along with all the other missed opportunities in the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the same theory as the automated system we were talking about the other day. With the 3 nuclear things in the.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
Yeah.
We weren't talking about that.
No, not yet. That time
We'll talk
will
about that
come.
another day.
That time will come. Is this the first Bad Touch Boys live stream from the new crib? No. I've done 3 streams. This is the 3rd stream. I did the Kilt stream. I did Thursday stream, and this one is just me doing a chat stream because Sundays are Sundays.
That was a
And
magical stream.
which one?
How you went in the box and the guy cut you in half. Oh, it was just a clip.
Yeah,
Sorry.
my David Copperfield phase.
So good, man.
Also, is Murg any worth buying from Script Store? I mean, I've never tried to buy Murg. I don't.
I'll answer that
I don't
for
think she's
you.
for sale.
If you make videos, if you make script videos, it's totally worth it.
And if you're somebody like me, then you don't even go there.
The real ant nest is the friends we made along the way. Are you trying to say that the real ant nest was the 5,000 subscribers I have?
And friends are like a
And
nest
and
full
for
of
so,
ants.
I wondered why it was so itchy in here. It's
Friends-
actually all just ants that have subscribed to me.
Friends are like an anthill. They make you itch. Yeah.
It's like the
Fire
fairy
ants.
herpes all over.
Oh yeah,
again.
it's fairy herpes time. Just
I think this weekend isn't this like a sale on
isn't
or a
this
mystery pick
fairy
or something?
herpes weekend?
On
Yes.
Ramagur, there's a sale.
Like a mystery
Yes.
pick or something?
I actually on the well, anybody that is a chosen undad can see that I've already got a video based on that. In the sneak
let's
peeks.
see.
Though technically, because you guys have been made mods on
Oh,
the
it's
server,
just-
you can now see that bit.
Purveyor sale. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a sale. Not. I was thinking it was
It's
like a
no, it's
mystery
mystery.
pick.
No, that is mystery pick.
Oh, okay. So they've got it labeled wrong on the calendar. Okay.
Yeah, probably. But it is mystery
Yeah.
pick. 60 script for weird shit.
Okay.
Delicious weird shit.
If you get a armor piece, it's no deal at all. If you get a weapon piece, you're getting a discount.
Well, if you get a weapon piece or a power armor piece, you're getting most of your script
Oh.
back, so it doesn't really matter.
Forget
It is
about power
literally
armor.
it's literally only ever armor that makes you go fuck.
Right.
Yep.
Literally,
Right.
But if,
Yeah, because then it's like, no,
but-
that's what I'm paying full price.
But if you get a good bit of armor,
Oh yeah.
see
Oh,
that
yeah.
this is the thing. It's if you get a shit bit of armor, you're going fuck. If you get a regular legendary weapon or piece of armor, well, power armor, you go, well, I'm getting 2/3 of it back at the very least. But if you get a good bit of armor and a good weapon, ching, 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 ching.
Ching ching.
I mean, I love the mystery pick because it's just a big vacuous content hole that I can dip
Oh,
my
yeah.
hands into and just be like,
Those are the best
what am I
ones,
gonna-
right?
What am I getting out of this hole today? God roll fixer.
Right.
A picture of Marg's family. Cross, cross.
Jeez.
I only ever pulled one worthwhile thing from the purveyor. My penis. Modules should be
What was
included
it doing
our
in the
sales.
purveyor? Never mind.
I mean, that's how you get the good picks.
Right. That's how it works.
Yes. I mean, she's a woman after all.
Yeah.
She has needs.
That's the rumor.
I mean, I've not looked underneath the what would you call what she's wearing? Radiation suit?
Yeah, I don't know.
We have been asking it from the start of module, but I love but where the hot ladies? I mean, they're certainly not me, Wiggle, or Genkai.
No.
Scott, are you a hot lady?
Depends on how much beer you've had.
Oh,
He said, depends on how much beer you've had.
okay.
Tim, are you a hot lady?
I don't think Tim wants
How much
to.
you offering?
I'll be whatever you want, baby.
I'll give you 5 sand pounds. We don't even need to ask Bubba, we know that answer.
Nuclear Winter's never coming back. It would be nice, but it's not.
Oh no, Nuclear Winter's never coming back.
Zero chance. Bethesda doesn't want it.
No, I
Well,
think
maybe not Bethesda, but Putin.
They don't know how to. They don't know how to. Yeah.
Vladimir certainly does want Nuclear Winter.
Yeah, that's true. He does.
The thing is that I think the inevitable outcome is the game will have private servers pop up. Like legitimate private servers, like people will actually make their own launcher and shit, and they'll put Nuclear
Right.
Winter into it. People
I'm
own
just-
that. Well, I say own that code. They have the code down.
I just don't understand why that's not a. I mean, custom worlds. Okay, where's our Nuclear Winter option? Like, what the fuck? Like, really? I mean,
6 months in Ukraine makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
right?
I mean, for modules, these guys will beat whoever you want. Well,
If
yeah.
you know what I mean.
You know,
You know
I
what I mean.
just give me those 10 modules and I'll do whatever you want.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
They don't call me a script whore for nothing. Oh no, Wolflord.
It was always in
100%.
beta. It never came out of beta.
Yeah,
It was in beta till the end. So
they never supported it because they thought battle royales are popular.
right.
That's as much thought that went into it. Battle royales are popular.
We
I'll
don't
make a
need
battle
NPCs for
royale.
this version of it. So yeah.
Honestly, what I think they should have done is released Nuclear Winter as like a separate game.
Oh yeah, it would be. I
I-
actually agree and supported it
Yeah.
properly.
I don't think it would get like a massive audience like things like Apex, but I think it would get enough of an audience to justify it, and those people would pay out the ass to play it. Like if you release that as Nuclear Winter the game, yeah, they'd probably do it. They'd probably make money, but they're not gonna because they're fucking idiots.
Yes.
Also, there's an actual team working on 76 offline and Nuclear Winter Rebirth. Yeah, I already knew that, Mr. Free.
Yeah, it's
I like.
mod.
I've heard a couple of people mention the private server, and separate things, and it's a matter of time rather than, a concept. Oh, my freaking legs. That's a lie. Free 76 has no dev team. I mean, I think for all we know, we might be the 76 dev team.
We're
Like rats running through a fucking maze. Just, we'll develop it by making them do things a million times, and we'll see if it works. I'm honestly not entirely certain that Daily Ops isn't out of beta. I mean, they make us play it that often. It may as well be.
Right. It looks like playtesting. Jesus wept.
Nah, it's fucking just insane the amount of fucking time we can spend doing not a lot. Let's be
The
honest. So, we've been talking about Fallout 76 a bit. Is there any games that you guys are interested coming out soon? Like anything specific that you know is coming out in the next couple of months? And that goes for the chat as well as the chat.
Of course.
Chat.
Of course, chat.
Tell
It's the
me
most
what you want
important
to
thing.
play so I can steal your idea.
Yes, so we can play stuff on the...
We should all totally play Rust and watch me yell at people at 4 a.m. because they blew up my base and stole my shoes.
Stole your teddy bear. Oh god, we just shoes.
Don't steal my fucking Pookie Bear. It gives
You
me
know-
comfort.
Honestly, I think we could have a lot of fun in like survival games like that. If you have a decent group that is willing to do like multiple games, like let's say Rust,
Yeah.
Raft, or whatever, Ark,
Hey,
stuff like
Kenobi.
that.
Ark is on sale. I was just looking at Steam.
Ark is on
Yeah,
sale. Well, I got it for free the
Yeah,
other
no,
week.
that-
It was literally for free like the other week.
Oh, was it? On
Mhm.
where? On what? Oh, on Steam.
Steam.
Oh, I missed it.
On the vaporware.
Horizon. What?
They talked about Horizon.
Zero Dawn. Yeah, it's half
Yeah.
off right now.
Oh, nice.
Obviously not multiplayer, but yeah, they're
No
having
good
a
games are coming out soon. Give
Steam
us all
survival.
steroid servers, anything goes, hit jobs, duping, drugs, the dark web, but a Fallout server. Matt, I don't think that's physically possible, and I don't think Bethesda would do it. Moreover, I mean, you can do all those things while playing Fallout 76. Let's be honest. Just go
I
about
do
your
have to
day-to-day
say,
business.
like, I don't own NMS, but it is quite in a good state right now. What's John-
I own it. I mean, I think quite a few of us own it.
Yeah, most of the people here own it, and I have never played it myself, but
I haven't either.
I see it's good. People have fun with it, like more than this Fallout. I mean, sorry, I'm so used to always Fallout.
This, the thing that I'm totally 100% playing. I am 100% in the game. I'm not
So-
just standing in front. I'm not even fucking standing in front of a camera.
I was about to say, like, you're very short if you're standing.
I am actually only 3 foot tall. Think of what a weird life I'd be having if I was.
That's 91 centimeters, you mother.
What?
It's 91 centimeters, right?
Free school rulers.
Okay, yeah.
Been having fun on Evil Dead when I can get into server. Matt, I would have downloaded and played Evil Dead if it wasn't on the fucking Epic Store, because I refuse to play... Well, first off, I refuse to download their launcher. Second off, I refuse to fucking support their company because they're a bunch of... I'll see them on Tuesday. That's all I'll say about that. BioShock 4. I would definitely love to play BioShock 4.
Oh yeah, I would buy that, like, straight up here. Shut up and take my money. BioShock 4 immediately. I would buy that.
Mist Survival. Do we know that game?
Mr.
never heard of it.
Survival.
Is-
I
is-
know the
Oh,
game.
it's a single player.
Is that like Miss Pac-Man?
It's a single. No, MIST. It's a single player game. Never mind.
Oh, is that Mist, as in the game Mist? Like
I
from
don't know.
PS1 era.
It doesn't look like it has like the old game Mist. I don't think it has any relation, but judging by what I'm seeing here, it just says. I think you're just in Mist. It's like I don't even know. It says Mist survival, and the clips are showing people like planting crops and
Is
putting
it
stuff
mist
in a
with an
truck
I or is it mist with an Y?
with an eye.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like the old original Mist.
Matt,
No.
It looks like freaking. It looks a little bit better than 7 Days to Die.
Matt, the
Yeah.
reason I say I don't want to support Epic Games is because it was an Epic Games exclusive on launch. So when it comes out in Steam, I will buy it. But until it comes out in Steam, it can fuck off.
Which game is that?
The Evil Dead game.
Hmm.
Because I do not support anything that comes out on Epic, and I don't have consoles to play it on. So you know.
It is the same issue with me with Borderlands 3.
Oh yeah, the same thing. I've got Borderlands free on Steam now.
Yeah,
but
same.
I end up getting it free. Well, I say free. I got it with fucking Humble Bundle. I pay for that, so it's not really free, but kind of free. I mean, I didn't pay full price.
I got it for free on Steam as well. I also bought it on the Epic thing. That's mostly because people like just go buy it. We're playing it anyways, you know. Like, I don't like Epic either.
No, I don't like them. They're a horrible company, and they treat people like shit. And you know, well, it's China. They've got war crimes. You know.
Yes, Matt. There's like an Epic Games launcher / Steam thing.
Yes. Epic has their own store, and one of the things that I really disapprove of is they were paying companies huge sums of money in order to be exclusive to their store for at least a year. It happened with Borderlands 3, as Genkai said. It happened with The Evil Dead. It happened with other games like Phoenix Point. And the reason why I disliked it so much is Phoenix Point was a crowd-funded game. It was people paid a shitload of money. Well, I say a shitload, but people funded Phoenix Point to be launched. Basically, they funded it from the inception to the completion of the game. And then Epic came along with a big fat stack of cash, slapped it in their lap, and went, "We'll buy your game to be an exclusive for our store for a year, and we'll give you all this money." And then all the people that crowdfunded the game got it to like 99% completion. Then basically they turned around and went, "Yeah, we're releasing the game on the Epic Store." And a lot of people went, "We don't want it in the Epic Store. We want it in Steam." And they said, "Well, you're gonna have to fucking wait then, aren't you?" So fuck those guys. Fuck Epic. Fuck the people that made Phoenix Point. They're all terrible people, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Epic is terrible. They sold out. I'm not gonna lie about that, but it's mostly the Epic thing. Like,
I still disagree. Like the game, they literally had nearly completed the game. The game had been funded. The game had been fully funded. They were going to get money back. They were going to get new sales on it. Like sold out is an extreme point. They had their game completed, and they just chose not to release it for the platform for people that supported them and got their game to that point. So it's not just selling out; it's actually betraying and stabbing people at the back.
yeah.
Like selling out is going, well, like, oh well, I'll just fucking take all this money, but it doesn't really affect anybody else to an extent other than, you know, your own situation. Like if they'd made the game themselves, they'd funded the games themselves, and then Epic had gave them all that money, and then they went, "Oh well, we'll just go with Epic." Fair enough, you know, go where the money is.
Yeah.
But they stabbed the people that paid for the game, for the game in the back. That's what I don't like.
Supported the game. Steam doesn't do that at all, Mr. 3. There is not a single game on Steam that is exclusive to theirs only. They never pay money to anybody.
If Steam did that, don't you think they could outbid Epic?
Yeah, like
they would literally just go, "Oh, we'll give you twice what they fucking offered."
it's like the Shroud and Mixer thing with going back to Twitch, you know, like.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I found out a witch that one taps me. Mr. Free, I'm like 139. Oh, I killed 2 witches, 4 zealots. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. I think the problem with society is not enough people tell other people to fuck off. Matt, I definitely think that's the problem with society. I work in retail. Do you not wish? Do you not think I would like to go up to people and go, "I genuinely don't care about your problems"? Like the amount of time somebody comes up to me and goes, "My dog doesn't like this dog food."
I would,
The fuck
by
do
the
you want me
way,
to do?
as a game suggestion, I would really suggest you play Super Liminal.
I'm already super liminal.
Yeah. You can check it out on Steam.
I'll
It's not
need to. I
bad.
definitely will look it out. I still want to get like a group of us playing Among Us.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need a lot of people to do that, but
Well, let's put it this way: we've got 6 people in here right now. All you need is 10. I'm fairly certain we could get 10 people together. It's cross-platform as well. People can literally play it on mobile with us, as far as I know. So I don't think we need that many people.
I'd be down to play whatever.
Among Us.
Among Us.
So guys, I am going to take a quick little break to take a piss. What I'm going to do first though is I'm going to say to the chat, would you rather I go and put on the cartoons? And I know Bubba might chime in and go, cartoons. Or would you prefer I leave the 5 of them chatting amongst each other? What would you prefer? I mean, what would you guys prefer? Do you want cartoons or do you want to chat while I'm away? Ethan with Among Us. I might make a channel on the server for people that want to play Among Us, and maybe we can do that. Valve had a name before they launched Steam, but it was definitely a method Steam used to try when they started. So Vinny Von saying chat, 5 chatting from Wolflord, take the camera with you from Matt. Matt, it ain't wireless, and I don't think you want it to be.
But
All right,
took your headset last time.
Well, by the looks of it, hey Brian, didn't see you were in the chat there. But yeah, so by the looks of it, everybody wants the chat to. Were you on mute?
All right, I was on mute already. I was answering your question, but nobody was responding, and now I know why.
You fucking idiot.
I know.
Apparently, see, I can't get the cartoons and chat to work together on the basis that I haven't set it up to do that. So you're gonna have to just look at my background while listening to them chat. So yeah, be back in a minute. Enjoy.
So it looks like Among Us is like a $5 game, is all?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, it looks cute. I'm looking at little cartoon people in it. They're pretty cute. So it's like I like how it looks.
It is very much fun.
Yeah, I mean, it looks. I mean, it's got to be silly. If the characters look like that, it's got to be a silly game. So, and it says you can play it on phone, tablet. Yeah, and it has controller support. So yay for that. I don't have to do anything with keyboard and mouse.
What do you think about Among Us, Tim?
Is Tim among us?
I don't know if he's still here.
He is.
Well, it says he is, but you know.
Yeah, he's still in the chat, but whether he's
still here.
Yeah.
He is among us.
Just leading a level 50 through a silo.
Ah, okay. You ever played that
Oh,
game?
look at you helping out the babies.
Mm-hmm.
You ever played that game before, any of you?
I have not.
I'm up for anything. I mean,
Yeah, no,
I have
haven't
on my
either.
phone.
Oh, okay. I haven't either, but it would be really fun.
So what did you think, Bubba? You played it on your phone. Did you like it?
It's a fun little game.
Yeah. But it sounds like there's a butt in there.
Some person is the suspect, and they go around killing people, and then you got to figure out who it is, and hopefully you kick out the right person.
Okay, so one of you is the killer, the person. So you'll know if you're the killer or not, and then it's just a matter of okay. That sounds fun.
The game rules.
Party. Sounds like a party game.
Yeah, it's like a party game, but if you're with 10 people, then there's 2 imposters, and like everybody is a crew member to start off with. And then those 2 try to like our task. Let's say we are the normies and not the killers, because killer, obviously everybody knows what you have to do. Our task is to keep the ship air quotes, running. Like do some small tasks, like swipe a card to keep the air system going and stuff like that. You know.
Ah,
We try to stay alive, and then in the middle
Clue,
where
okay.
you start, there's like a big ass button, and if somebody says sees a body, you can go and hit that to start the meeting. And then in the meeting, everybody discusses, and you try to figure out like who could be the imposter. And it's all through just like we are talking to each other right now. Like I was in control when I was doing the task, and you were in, I don't know, another room doing something else. You know.
Right.
It's
Okay.
like medical bay and engineering.
Like Star Trek.
I
Yeah, yeah.
return.
Yeah, kind of.
And you try to figure out who are the imposters, you know. And there's also a venting system. So as an imposter, you can go in vents and pop up in another room. But if somebody is standing there and he sees you, then you know what time it is.
The better way to
Ah.
describe it, because I just got a briefing, it's the movie The Thing.
Okay. The
I'm
original
the
or the
Thing.
John Carpenter version.
The John always the John Carpenter version.
The original is good.
You try to tell me the John Carpenter version isn't good?
I couldn't finish it. I thought it was kind of boring.
You don't like body horror? Wait, are we thinking the same one? Is John Carpenter the one that's...
That's the one with Kurt Russell in it.
Yeah.
The Thing. Yeah, I couldn't finish that one.
You...
I thought it was boring.
I'm gonna find you in real life and give you the war wiggles.
You'll show me The Thing.
Ah,
The real problem is I'm the Thing.
You're The Thing, yeah. And a new
I
Predator
get a
film is
Clue
out.
vibe from this description.
Wait, what?
A
The new
Clue
Predator.
vibe, kind of like the movie Clue.
Scott, get your mic.
How far away? How
Bring it
far away
closer.
are you from your mic?
Literally, I'm leaning right into it.
It sounds like you're way across the other side of the room.
Right, what? Yeah, that's. I don't know how every time you talk, Scott, your mic has a different consistency. It's really confusing.
It's like he's in the kitchen, the mic's in his
Yeah.
office, and he's
Sounds like he's on the couch and he just presses like his wireless
It
mouse.
does. It sounds like
You know?
yeah, he's sitting on the couch and the mic's across the room somewhere.
So we've not heard much from Bubba. How you doing, Bubba?
I am doing better now.
Good. But yeah,
Better than what?
What is everybody's thought of making some Among Us videos and or getting people on the server to do Among Us with us?
Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us?
Among Us.
Oh no, it's the Among Us.
The humongous Among Us. Among
The
Us.
Among Us.
Humongous Chungus.
The big,
Among
big
Us.
chungus
Yeah.
Among Us.
Now, honestly,
Hey Jordan, welcome to the stream, man. What is up? Aha, you finally fucking commented, Genkai, you piece of shit.
I already
You have
did like
couple
4 times.
Are you on Top Chat again?
Maybe.
Fucking shit.
This is soft, like maybe.
You can't physically prove anything. You can't see that screen. I'm not showing it right now.
Not yet, not yet. It's actually quite fun, Mr. 3. I think you would enjoy it as well. Like we all start off as scratch. Like nobody is good at it. You know?
The biggest problem we would have, I think, as a group, if we all started playing it completely out of not playing it, is we don't know how to fake anything. Because, like, I have no idea what I'm fucking doing. How do I pretend that I'm doing anything? So it's going to be hard for the people that
That's your wife.
are the... What's
Sorry,
my wife?
No, never mind. I couldn't help it.
Fucking
Cheap
dare you. I'm going to show up at your house, bitch slap you, and tell you to
I-
take my wife's fucking name out of your mouth.
Sorry, I couldn't.
Relax there, Will Smith.
I'm going to leave some fresh prints on Wiggle's ass.
It was too tempting to low hanging fruit. Sorry.
Mr. Free, it's not about the time investing. It's about the fun.
Exactly.
It's
That's
all
why we play
about the
games,
fun.
right?
I mean, can you see you've put a small amount of time investment in Fallout 76? I don't think any of us here can say that. I think every single one of us can emphatically say, help us.
I think with the 6 people in this channel, we combined have over 8,000, maybe 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, did you
So
say?
that's-
Wait,
I
did,
would say we're probably more like 20. I would say. With
no,
all
no.
of them.
I was about to say. Did you say combined 12?
Yeah, no, I was gonna be.
12.
I'm somewhere in the 5 to 6, somewhere in there.
I mean, I think if you add 3 of us together, you'll get 12.
Yeah.
Probably. I was still taking it easy and taking a careful road. Okay.
Right, you didn't want to over degenerate us.
I don't want to put everybody here on the spot like chat goes.
Right.
Brian wants it to be a drinking game, and we'll play. What drinking game do you do? Anytime you vent, Chuck. Oh, Dio. I mean, don't you have like 2 accounts on? Like you and Necrosis are probably quite bad because both of you have got like PC and something else. Do you not?
I think they play multiple things. Like.
Also, hello Dio. How are you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream. Don't know if you've been watching the whole time. I genuinely don't know who's been watching the whole time.
Ton of people and we're having fun. That's all that matters. And hello, Dio.
Genkai, when you say that you will hug them, do you mean hug or do you mean something else?
I've hugged them already in their sleep, but you can't tell them that.
Fucking hell. Dio's 2 accounts. Fucking 30,000. 30,000. 30. Oh no, it's Mr. Free.
Each account has the 7,600 hour achievement.
PC. Oh fucking hell. PC and Xbox.
I'm sitting at 1,013 hours.
Scott, I'm gonna tell you, you sweet summer child. I mean, I envy you, Scott.
Oh, such a young pup.
He's a newbie. He's a newbie to the game.
Most of us have been AFK that long.
Like that's just my Fashnot playtime.
Oh, your Final Fantasy 11. Sick.
But there's
Hey, Genkai.
Yes.
What's that game you were talking about on the Discord? The puzzle game.
Superliminal.
Superliminal. It's best you look it up on Steam and check the trailer because this is a brainfuck game, a puzzle game, and it also makes you feel like you're Albert Einstein when you finally solve something. So that is the best physical description I can give to you.
Genkai's finally got past the first puzzle.
Gotta love
Yeah, I might have to
newbies.
check that out. That sounds like fun.
What was that, Tim?
I said you gotta love newbies. Level 50 gets all the way to the end, doesn't bring a key card. Give him a key card, he doesn't know the code. Fuck you. Easy.
And then you find out he has. Well, I guess he made it in, so I guess he's done the Enclave quest. But
Yeah.
I jumped into Tim's world a little while ago, but his team was full. And then I went over and got in on an Earl.
I have a feeling it was his first solo because it said teammate completed a quest when I launched.
right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, the poor little newbie.
Yeah, bless him.
I actually saw that on the Bethesda Discord. Somebody because if you have that, what is it? Deathbringer or whatever. That the final thing to launch a nuke for the
Is
the
it
Enclave.
I have become death.
Death
I have
Reverse?
become death. That one.
Oh, yeah.
So all you have to do is be on a team, right? Like if you're on a team with someone who launches, that completes the quest. And someone had actually suggested not, making it so that you have to launch it yourself. Yeah,
Which makes
that was-
sense.
It makes sense. It's like, oh, take away. I'm like, for me, it was like half my characters. I'm like, oh, that person's in the silo. I'm gonna join their team and get that done.
Do you know the story of like that whole thing? Like
Narrowed it down a bit.
the quote
Yeah, context is good.
I am become death.
Like the lore part or what?
Oh, just in
What,
general.
Oppenheimer?
Yeah, Oppenheimer.
Right.
Oh, not really. Not in big details. No.
Basically,
the
the-
nuclear bomb testing.
He's the father of the atomic bomb, and his quote
Right.
is, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of
Oh,
worlds."
okay. I think I've heard that. I mean, that sounds familiar.
Mhm.
I never made the connection though.
It's literally just him going that this is
Right.
such a powerful weapon that it will
Right.
destroy the
Oops.
world.
Yeah, I'm sure that messed with his head a bit.
Oh yeah, that fucking of course that would mess with
Oh, yeah,
anybody's head.
definitely.
Anybody involved with like the Manhattan
Manhattan
Project
Project, yeah.
surely like has massive guilt. Like honestly, every single one of them. I don't think any of them would
Sure.
likely yeah, it is from like it was a quote he took from Hindu books, I believe. I'm sure it's Hindu. But it's fucking it's quite a good quote to use for
a
game like this. Well, yeah, it's very, very, very accurate. I mean, it's why the Fat Man was censored in Japan. Like it wasn't called the Fat Man in the Japanese version of Fallout because the
Was
Fat
that
Man, the Fat
that was
Man,
one of the
Yeah.
bombs, right?
yeah, that's one of the ones that was dropped on them. So they
'Cause they
said
had
Man
they
and
said
Little
that-
Boy.
They had Fat Man and Little Boy, right? They had names painted on them.
Mhm. So yeah, there's little things that are just little nods to history. Furman, I'm not even gonna fucking attempt to pronounce that. But cool.
Thurman Hobgood. Oh, the other one, the Bhagavad Gita.
I'm not even sure if you pronounced it right. It sounded like it
No.
might be.
Right? Yeah, if it's wrong, it's wrong.
But hello, Furman.
Bhagavad Gita.
See, when you said it there, all I had was Hava Nagila.
Poop.
Ave Nagila.
So, how about the new God of War game? Anybody seen that trailer?
The God of War.
No, I haven't played God of War since PS2.
Well,
Oh my lord, my friend, you're missing out.
See, the
Oh,
problem
I'm
is
sure.
I bought God of War for the PS4. Never played it. I've literally got the disc somewhere.
Yeah,
But I
I
never
have a
played it.
PS3 version, but I never played it either. I mean,
The latest God of War was so incredibly good, and the next one is going to be insane.
Boy.
Boy.
But is it a PS? But it's a PS3 though, right?
No,
Or PS5
PS4.
or whatever. No,
Well,
the
it's
newest one's PS5, right? Aren't we up to 5?
Well, yeah, we're up to 5, but no one can fucking get a 5, so it might be on PS4.
But I guess so. It's a PlayStation exclusive. That's
Yes.
the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, you can get the God of War that's currently out on Steam.
Oh,
A lot
I
of
haven't played a
PlayStation
game like that in a long time.
A lot of PlayStation exclusives, after time, don't become PlayStation exclusives anymore. So,
Is that
Let's see.
I can tell you, if you have a controller, it's absolutely worth it. This game is
Wait,
absolutely
if I
amazing.
have a controller, F.
I know what he said.
F.
He said if.
F.
God of War.
God of War. That's
Yes.
the Pornhub version.
And
Right.
how they did the camera work in that game is just amazing.
Is this the one? Oh, so the one on is this the one that has a kid?
Yeah.
Is
kids,
that
kids are the
is
worst.
this the one where they had a kid?
Yeah.
And
He's
the
got
fucking
like a kid with
the
him.
Wiggle, what the fuck, man? It's
What?
I think the war wiggles are affecting you now.
Yeah. It is the one with the kid.
He's got to drag a kid around with him.
I mean, from that description, you're talking about The Last of Us.
I never played that, but I did watch a playthrough of it because it had an interesting story.
I never. Well, I owned the game, but I never managed to get through it. I just couldn't. I just didn't.
It's a good. I mean, I like the story of it. It wasn't a game I was interested in playing. And then the second one, I watched it and it was depressing. So
it's a very it was overhyped. I think by the time I got round to actually playing it, it just
probably. I mean, it
did
was
not
like
strike me.
reviewed as like the best game ever, and yeah.
But yeah, gonna do a transition, just in case. This is Among Us. You know, if people want to play it, I'll definitely make a section in the server, and we can see how many people want to play this. And in the server, I mean the Discord server. So if you're interested in playing Among Us with everybody here, well, I say everybody here. I don't know if everybody here wants to play Among Us, but you know, it's there. And
give it a go. I mean, it's only $5, so sure.
It's not even $5. It's $3.99. Oh no, wait, it's probably $5 for you.
Yeah, it's $5.
Monetary values and their different changes.
VPN.
VPN. No, I think it works out about the same. I'm probably paying more, let's be honest.
Paying €4.
I've already got the game though, so I don't know why it's asking me to buy it again, but it's probably because I've not got my Steam launcher up.
It's $4.99 for me.
Matt, I'm almost certain it's cross-platform, but I would double check that first. But I'm like 99.999999999.
I think it said.
Oh wait! It's
I
right
was looking
here.
at it earlier.
Cross-platform. It literally says it right here. Na 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 na. You can also play it on the phone or tablet. It's got full control support. It also has LAN PvP.
VR. Oh, that's not out yet.
VR.
Well, yeah, there's a VR version coming out.
Hey, VR,
It says holiday 2022.
Ver.
Yeah, Ver. Online PvP, LAN PvP. Oh, it has PvP?
No Man's Sky is cool.
What do you mean Among Us? Of course.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just okay. Cool.
It's PvP only because like 8 of the 10 are trying to survive and trying to figure out who the imposters are, and the 2 imposters are trying to kill everybody.
Gotcha.
And that is end game, and then you just replay it.
It's like what's that book? 10 Little Indians, I think was the name of it.
Never read that book, but I
Never
think
heard of it.
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie, what the runner?
That's Linford Christie. They don't know what the hell you're talking about, which is nothing unusual.
My brain, yeah. No,
I mean, I know there was a book, but it was based on an Agatha Christie.
Oh no, that's the crime novelist.
Yes.
Yes, I was getting confused.
Holy shit!
What are you going holy shit at?
I googled 10 little Indian books, and don't Google it. Let's say it like that.
Was it Bukkake?
No. Not
I just had your perfect next weapon drop.
What?
Combat
Actually,
rifle.
the Steam description of Among Us.
Combat rifle, faster fire rate, 90% reduced weight.
I'm sure I've got that.
No, but this is Berserkers. It's perfect for you.
How dare you?
The unintentional Berserker build.
I've never unintentionally been a Berserker build.
Why am I dying all the time?
Agatha Christie, I'm sure, is the one that wrote Poirot and
Mm-hmm.
oh, what's the other one?
It was Murder on
Miss
the Orient
Marple?
Express. But Miss Marple, I don't know if that's. I actually don't know.
I'm sure Miss Marple's that. Is it not?
Yes, that was Agatha Christie as well.
Yeah, I thought
There
so.
you go.
Yeah, she wrote a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, she wrote a fucking
Lots and
lot
lots
of
of
shit.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bucket, we're looking at Among Us because I want to play Among Us, and I'm fucking advertising it to you sons of bitches. Get Among Us.
Or stab bucket.
That's a good point. How many of us would get to stab Bucket and turn him into Colander?
Please.
Man, I was a little slow on that one. I was like, okay. I'm with you now. I'm caught up.
Oh, look at what he says.
I'm gonna say this, Bucket. I've got Among Us. I've had Among Us for absolute months, and I've never played it. So this is the whole point of me trying to get you to play Among Us.
Yeah.
All of you. Buy
Among
Us.
It's the Among Us. Oh no, not an Among Us. It's a 3-star legendary Among Us.
Tachanka, we will be carrying on with Resident Evil very shortly. Once I decide that I want to. I mean, tonight was actually a coin flip on Resident Evil or this, and Bubba beat me up.
I did.
That's
I
right,
remember that.
I like this though. You're talking to viewers and.
I thought I'd try it, and I mean, it's been going relatively steady so far.
So I think Bucket is going to join that Discord channel for sure, so he can join Among Us with us.
He's already on the Discord channel.
Yeah, but like the specific one you're going to make for the Among Us.
Oh yeah. To be honest, if somebody could make that channel while I'm doing this, that would be fucking ideal. But I suppose I should probably.
If I had any idea how to use Discord, I would. But Bubba's all over it. I'm
I
sure.
got it.
Yay!
I knew that. Bubba knows it.
Jeez.
She knows it.
Mama will give you a crash course, Wiggle. It's not that hard.
You know, when you get famous, Wiggle, I'll help you make your Discord.
Only $5 million.
Yeah, I don't think 50 subs at this point is enough to worry about it.
Hey, it's
But
only.
I did hit 50. I hit 50, and I know that's 49 more than I ever thought I'd have. So
I mean, I think that's a lot of sandwiches, and I think you should share them.
Yeah,
that's why my
I'll
kilt
give-
doesn't fit all those subs.
How fucking dare you tell me your kilt doesn't fit? You know nothing if kilt's not fitting. You don't know the pain. You don't like. I actually have organ damage for the rest of my life now.
I'm giving it all she's got.
How about that pin? Did you find that back?
Yes. No,
Shoot
I've
around the room,
lost
shoot
it
across
again because I rejigged the room, but it's here somewhere. It's-
Where
I
what
went through
was
3
it?
walls and ended up on the neighbour's coffee table.
It was in the skull of one of the neighbors.
I have a button on my desk, and I wonder where it came from. Maybe it came from your kilt.
Kilts don't have fucking buttons.
Oh,
Look
I
at
guess
that.
the mystery continues.
So do
Appa-
I need to
apparently,
buy, Among Us?
Wolf,
Thank you, Last Wolf Lord. I appreciate that.
I don't know what you said there, Scott, because it sounded
Yeah.
like you were smothering yourself with a pillow.
I don't understand why I'm right. There must be something wrong with this mic because I'm right next to it.
What you can do, Scott, is try and leave the channel and join it back again. Maybe it.
Put the mic in the same room as you.
But the thing is, every time he comes in, it's completely different. So
Yeah,
it could be
You
that.
never know. Well, because I have heard him when he's perfectly clear, but then I've heard him when it sounds like he's locked in a trunk.
Try now.
Is that any better?
Nope. Same.
It's not.
Do
What-
you
what
have like a
kind of-
phantom that comes into your house and messes with Discord settings? Just
the mic might be directional. That's actually a good point. I mean, the mic might be a directional because
You may have the wrong one selected in Discord settings.
What kind
Someone-
of mic
Oh,
do you
that's
have?
also true.
Do you have a headset? Do you have a
I haven't
standard?
checked that, though.
Oh, jeez.
Or maybe his mic is backwards.
Yeah, because if I turn mine facing the other way, because it only picks it up from one side, I probably would be fainter than Scott is right now.
How's this?
That's better.
I mean, I did have a mic like that when I had a Blue Yeti. I had to be facing a very specific way to work, so could be. Check to see
Yeah.
if you have another mic picking up the sound. It sounds like he's not talking into the right direction. I bet he's at
Start
work and he's
plugging in.
trying to be quiet. Have you tried plugging in the mic? I mean, I don't think Scott is literally yelling so loud that Discord just picks it up. I don't
checked
think
all
that works.
'cause it's been on the. It would switch to my VR headset if I used
Ding,
it.
ding,
I've
ding.
already checked all that stuff.
Have you tried your VR headset? Just put it on and just watch me, and as if you're standing right in front of me and watching me. Like, I can see you. Are you there, Zemor?
I
I
fucking
got
love
another
it.
headset I can go grab. I guess I could try that.
Give it a go. What's the worst that could happen?
It's him seeing
That's a
my
question I
face in
don't ever
4K.
ask.
I love chat, man. They're memers, all of them.
Right?
I mean,
love it so much.
I'm fairly certain all of them work for the IT department.
They're all tech
the-
wizards.
The cup holder on my computer's broken.
I mean, the what?
You mean your CD drive?
If you're old enough, you I mean, come on, yeah, of course.
I just,
shit.
I was just
If you ever
trying to-
look at like a list of like actual questions that have been, problems IT issues have had, yeah, you get the guy calling in saying my cup holder is broken.
I literally, like, I double took and I was like, did you just say that? It's been a long
did.
time.
Right?
I mean, it's been a long time since I've had a fucking CD drive on my PC, I'll be honest.
Right?
When I used to work for Earthlink, I wanted them to change the policy.
What policy?
Well, you used to get people that call up all the time because they kept forgetting their log on for Earthlink. I wanted to
Jeez.
change their password that I don't remember. So the next time they call up, you say, "Oh, you've forgotten your password. You have no idea what it is?" And they'll go, "No, I don't remember. I'll call you back."
I
Mouse on the
legit had a
screen.
lawyer
Yeah.
ask me about his cup holder. Fuck's sake, Dio.
Yep.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you've got a degree in something doesn't mean you're actually smart.
No.
No, it just means
because
you're
you're
very
sa-
good at remembering things.
Just because you're sitting in front of a computer doesn't mean you know how to use one.
Oh no, fucking
Or that you
definitely.
should be allowed near one.
I mean, there's a lot of people I know that have. I'm fairly certain that they emit some sort of EMP, and fuck electronics up wherever they go.
I just sit there. My computer's infected. Well, stop looking at so much porn.
Well, I mean,
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I know that's what the internet is for, but I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Some humans got the virus. That's called Commodore 64.
You've just said
And
the
the only
magic
reason
words.
that Bubba ended up on this Discord is he's still doing a Google search for beards and kilts.
Genkai, you just said the magic
That's very
word,
true.
and now it's on the screen.
It has a little delay.
1, 2,
Tiny.
3, 4, 5. With the commas or not? Because with the commas, that would be harder to guess.
Honestly, Dio, the amount of times I've had to get in the past, I gave my brother advice on like
Oh,
computing
that's
stuff.
awesome.
Cool.
And it was literally a case of plug it in.
Oh, so dope.
Oh, that keyboard's awesome. I love it.
No, but it's not a keyboard. It's like
Not
a
a
plug and play console.
Oh, it's so cool. I like
But
it.
I do have
Old school.
the actual like joystick to go with it. Basically, I can play Commodore games on my PC if I want,
I have
or on anything really.
I have an Atari one. It's just a controller, but it has like a whole bunch of games loaded into the controller. And you just plug it into your TV, and it.
Well, all I need is a USB stick, and I can plug I download any Commodore games onto the USB stick, plug it into the console, and it'll play them.
Oh, cool.
So I can play any Commodore game. It's great.
Oh, old school controller right there.
I mean, I had the original Commodore 64 with the tape deck and everything. Oh,
I did
my
Did I?
God.
college with it.
Yeah, no one cared if you had epilepsy back then.
Yeah, all those poor my eyes, man. If I remember
The
back.
colors. It's just like fucking going to ludicrous speed. Just
So, Scott.
The first modem I had with it was a 300 baud modem. You could pretty much out type it.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. I remember 300 baud modems.
Looking at the Earthlink, we used to use the knit strings on users' modems all the time.
Is that any better, by the way?
No, we
bet.
can still hear you.
A little bit, yeah. It still
Fucking
sounds strange. I mean, it does sound like there's, I don't know, something.
so, some weeks, Scott, you are crystal clear. Other weeks, I don't know.
You sound like you're in a bubble.
But we can understand you and we can hear you. I guess at least I can.
He's the
so-
boy in the bubble. That's what Scott
Right.
is.
John Travolta.
Yep.
C plus and basic on the Commodore 64. Dear Lord. Dear sweet googly moogly. But no, so obviously we've talked about Among Us. Is there any other games you guys are interested in playing? I mean, again, I would totally play Rust because that's funny. Like, I genuinely would love to see Bubba play Rust.
You just want to see me die.
I wouldn't
Over
even see
and
you die. I
over
just hear
and
you
over.
swearing at some bastard on the beach who just keeps murdering you.
Game, like you don't spawn together, right? Like you spawn randomly somewhere, and the only thing you hear for the first 10 minutes is, "For fuck's sake, I died!"
Or go back to farming.
Hit a rock, hit a tree, somebody kills you. Oh, it gets
That was
funnier
it.
every time. Jesus.
Jesus, where?
Oh, he sounds quite a lot better, doesn't he?
Is that better?
Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's beautiful, man.
Who are you?
All right, welcome to the chat.
How you
Yeah.
doing?
How you doing?
I figured out the problem.
Yes, Scott.
Did you have your penis in the USB hole?
I think
Not this
Borderlands.
time.
I think you could do some Borderlands maybe as well, or some other survival games. Like I don't know if you own 7 Days.
7 Days to Die.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
no, I don't.
it's a zombie survival game that gets harder with days passing by, and every 7th day it's like Minecraft style.
Every 7 days, a girl comes out of a well, then through a TV, and tries to
Yeah.
steal your soul.
That's
Yeah,
a pass.
guys,
That's a hard pass on that.
a bunch of guys try to come and kill you. I can tell you that.
At what point do you turn around to the girl and go, "I've had worse"? Apparently, there will be an Assassin's Creed game in 2024 called Assassin's Creed Infinity, and it's meant to link the other games up, apparently. Aren't all of the games linked together by the fact that you were playing as Desmond during all of them?
Maybe
Like,
story-wise, I don't know.
And by link, I mean you're also all meant to be related in some weird, like, timeline. Like, I'm sure the games are linked by the fact that they're linked by the one guy and his genetic code. Am I wrong in that? I feel like I'm like 100% right there. You could start a Christian Minecraft server. How does one start a Christian Minecraft server? Is it just constantly going, and in the 7th day, we all fucked off? Like, we play for 7 days, just gone.
Oh, actually, there's a lot of mods for that game as well, so you can make it like there's like this Darkness Fall mods. It's a mod package, and you can add like 30 new weapons, 40 new enemies.
Yeah, well, the biggest problem with Minecraft is I played Minecraft so much when it originally, and I use this word very loosely, came out. I mean, I'm one of the people that fucking funded it when it was in the beta alpha McJigger, where it was like literally fucking nothing but fucking blocks.
You know, when this might shock you, but I probably need to buy Minecraft.
Like, I don't
That's
even
how
know
I play.
that I don't even know my password or account or email that was linked to it at this point. So I have no idea.
I'll log in with default skin and be like.
I mean, when I played it, you had to like make your own skins.
I have no idea. Like, I would just literally build a house with a door with some boxes and start collecting, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Ever play Friday the 13th? No, I didn't, Brian. Yes and no. The early games are Desmond and Assassin's Creed 3. Desmond died. Assassin's Creed 4 and Rogue, you're playing his genetic memories, and from there on, it is unclear what happened. So basically, it's Desmond's memories. So it is Desmond. So they're all linked by Desmond, regardless. We crucify Minecraft Jesus. You can't crucify Minecraft Jesus. I don't think there's a plugin for that.
Hey, you don't know that.
I said I don't. I said I don't think. Think implies I do not know.
You think?
I just think.
Ah.
Hot take: Minecraft's boring. I mean, I can partially see that. I played it a lot when it came out, or / I gave Notch money. But at this point, yeah, I don't have any interest in it at all.
I had Legos when I was a kid. Is that like Minecraft only IRL?
Minecraft IRL? Did you say
In real
logos? I don't think you said Legos.
Legos.
I'm sure you said logos.
No, I said Legos. That's what Minecraft looks like to me. It just looks like just blocky blocky things. It reminds me of Legos.
Tachanka, I'll look at that later, but no. I don't know what it is, but no. Oh, there is an Among Us chat now.
Among Us.
Among Us.
It's the Among
You're
Us.
welcome.
Among Us Chungus.
Among Us Chungus. Among Us.
Oh, I have
Do
to
I need
scroll
to get
forever.
Among Us now?
The fungus among us.
The fungus among us. Well, you don't want the fungus among us.
Lord Tachanka posted a mod in the YouTube channel for Minecraft. That looks
Wolf Lord, the problem is I love Pokemon. Like, absolutely love Pokemon. So, that's all I can say about that.
I love building games and survival games. I can play Pokemon as well. That's fun. I would love to see you do a playthrough of a Soul Link playthrough together with Mom or something. That would be interesting.
In your face.
How did you do that? How did you do that?
How did I do what?
Jeez.
You should play Fall Guys DPS. I mean, that's a similar vein of with Among Us. I mean, it's Fall Guys is the like I don't know if you guys would know it. Takeshi's Castle.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
many nights I've
that's
watched
all.
this shit.
That's all that Fall Guys is. It's Takeshi's Castle, the video game. I fucking love Takeshi's Castle. I'll be honest. I love seeing. I love seeing
heard of Fall Guys.
I love seeing 100 Japanese guys make a fool of themselves.
I love the one with the mud bath and the fucking doors where they have to go through, you know?
What, and the big tall American guy that just comes out and beats the shit out of them.
Yeah, you have that one with all the doors, but you also have the one with the big 5 doors where they're like one of the earlier games where they need to run all through the big doors. Like they have that in Fall Guys as well. It's
No.
so good.
Nowadays, with actual life like graphics, Minecraft makes totally no sense. I think Minecraft makes total sense. I mean, bad graphical games make perfect sense. I mean, it's all about stylized art and things like that. If a game plays well, doesn't matter what it fucking looks like, as far as I'm concerned. That's always been the case.
I'm laughing at Lord Tachanka's message. I'm a 5-year-old. I swear.
You just like how he wants you to shove animals into the balls.
People eat Pokemon.
They do.
It's true, yeah. Like,
And
Is that
the
like sushi?
in the
It's
anime
war.
series, they literally had an image of a cooked Magikarp at one point in like season 1. So yeah, it's well established that they eat Pokemon. I mean, people eat animals. No, I don't see anybody going. But you keep them as pet. Well, I do see people doing that. That's true. I actually do see people saying stupid things like that. Mr. Free, I genuinely can go back to shit graphic games. I love games that have shit graphics. There's plenty of games out there that have shit graphics, and I'll play them to death. I don't like a bad game that has shit graphics. If it was a good game with shit graphics. If it was a bad game with shit graphics. Who is getting milked in Zootopia? What the fuck is wrong with Tachanka? Like, someone answer that.
What did he say?
his
Who's
house
getting
got
milked
invaded
and who's-
by the Russian
I don't
troops.
know what that even means.
Zootopia is a film
Right?
where furries have taken over the earth.
Oh,
Who is getting
Alright.
milked?
I don't know. That's too disturbing to think about.
It might be Moo. I mean, you.
If you don't know who's getting milked, then the milky is you.
Yes.
Then you're being milked.
You're the Milky.
I would watch the anime game if they actually killed Pokemon. Make it what happens if you lose a gym fight. That's what the Pokemon original manga was like. Like shit went. It's like fucking Pokemon hard mode. People dying, fucking people exploding, Pokemon getting slaughtered. Like the actual mangas for Pokemon were actually brutal.
Onyx, rock throw!
Onyx Rockthrow, just dead. The entire village was massacred by the one rampaging rock snake.
Oh my lord. Oh, it would be a hellhole to live in, I think.
Oh yeah, like Pokemon are frightening. I mean, there's a reason they don't go into the tall grass because there's a fucking blade bug living in there. There's literally a 6 foot tall insect with fucking knives for hands.
He'll cut you 20 pieces.
Like there's some of the Pokedex descriptions as well say that some of them can punch through a mountain. Oh yeah, that thing can punch through a mountain. Let me throw a ball at it. Like I might catch it, or it might fucking suplex me through the fucking air. Like Pokemon getting captured doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, at what point do they not just punch the balls? And I mean that in more than one sense. What is this wiggly woo?
Wiggly woo?
There's
What wiggly woo?
There's a wiggly woo that was wiggling while my wiggly went the wiggly woo. Kind of like the original G.I. Joe comics, where Joes and Cobra soldiers were getting slaughtered to the extent Cobra Commander had all his officers killed. Well, that's the cartoon was quite interesting because it was like it's something they did in the 80s where, oh yeah, every time that guy died, it was a robot. I mean, they did it for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All the Foot Clan were robots. All the Cobra soldiers were robots. That's what they did. And then they changed all the guns, actual guns, for like laser guns. It's why all of them use laser guns.
I think there was also another kids show where they totally reworked for like China and Japan, and all the guns they changed them to bananas, and they removed all the cigarettes and stuff.
Well, have you seen what they did to World of Warcraft in China?
No.
All the skeletons, like any exposed bones, or like the undead, they put flesh back on them.
I have heard of that.
And then they replaced, like, I think it was blood with like bread. So in World of Warcraft in China, it's all just like gross looking people and bread.
And so if you duel, you drop a few loaves of bread.
Just there's bread everywhere. Just, oh no, I've been harvested for my loaves again.
I had to bring this bread back to my wife and my dying children.
My logic is everybody's Jesus. This bread is my body.
Oh, good.
Sweet, delicious life bread.
What happens if you use a Pokeball on a person?
Well, I know what happens when you use a Pokeball on a person.
Alright, go on then.
Fun time.
Fun time, yeah.
I've captured this man. I'm gonna put him into my PC. How does that even work?
Or this guy who's 2x2 walks up to you. Is this yours? Uh-oh.
Just release your human. I named him Spank Lord.
Spank Lord.
Spank Lord, go! I know that's Final Fantasy, but it's the only tune that was stuck in my head.
No, that will be his battle tune.
Just Spank Lord's battle tune. Spank Lord, use file my taxes. Oh. Spank Lord, use not safe for work. The Spank Lord get actual clothes inside the Pokeball.
I think Scott just posted Spank Lord in the chat.
What the hell?
Wait, what?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Discord chat. There's Spanklord right there.
I'm having to scroll down. Oh, dear God. I mean, that is... I'm trying to remember the name of that game.
Master
It
Simulator.
should be Spanklord.
No,
It's-
no.
No, it was like it was like Street
Oh,
Fighter, not Street
no,
Fighter.
no,
those
that
kind, no?
no, that's not what that is.
Oh, it's not.
I
Look
know the
very-
name of the game, but it's
Look at the chest of the guy, and then the motion of his right arm as well. Like how it's so blocky. It's so old school.
Give me a second.
Right.
I need to remember the name of that game.
I'm gonna have a seizure watching
that's-
that over and
Oh,
over.
it's God Hand. It's God Hand.
Is
Oh
it?
my God, God Hand is one of the fucking most ludicrous games ever.
Wow.
If you guys ever get a chance to play God Hand, it's fucking
It's just
stupid as
Mr.
shit.
3's going live in 6 minutes.
Bioshock.
Bioshock.
Biocon.
It's early. Wow, Mr. 3's early today. It's like, wow, way early.
Too early.
Shit.
Too
Wow.
early.
Really looks like a really old school fighting game.
No, it's not. It's more like
Soul Calibur? Oh, okay.
no, it's not like a fighting game at all. Well, it kind of is, but it's not. It's
like-
more like Streets of Rage 3D.
Yeah.
You go like around and beat the shit out of enemies in like an arena type thing. You fight bosses and that kind of thing. Completely single player. You get unlock like weird combos and do some pretty crazy shit. It's a really
Yeah.
fun, interesting game, and a lot of people that you speak to that played it when it came out will tell you it's one of the greatest games I've ever played because it's just ludicrous and stupid.
It looks very interesting.
You just punch the
watching
shit out
this.
of people, and then
Yeah,
you get bunny girls and you spank their ass into submission. I mean,
Yeah, you
know.
just picked up Portrait as well.
Mhm. And then you spank it into submission.
And he did just some Goto Poncho or something right now.
Yeah, this is God Hand.
Yeah. He has interesting abilities.
He's the spank lord.
Yeah. Definitely.
What the fuck is that? You've linked Wiggle.
The last one?
Why is
That's
that person?
Gauntlet.
Why is he being chased by Spooge?
That's actually Gauntlet. That's an old arcade game.
Ooh, I'm gonna get you. Spooge.
I
Yeah.
think they're supposed to be ghosts.
They're supposed
If I
to be.
remember right.
Well, I mean, what they're supposed to be and what they are is not necessarily the same thing.
Well, this was the mid 80s.
It was the 80s, you know. People love that sort of thing.
8 bits.
It's in my hair.
8-bit rat scorpions.
Right.
That might
They
have
kind of do look like
actually-
that. They kind of do look like Grad Scorpions. But yeah, I think it's ghosts for that game because it
That
was a dungeon
game-
crawler.
That game might have been from the year I've been born, actually.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but it was the 80s. I mean, I remember playing it in the mall and when I was in high school. So, Dig Dug.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dig Dug. I remember Dig Dug.
Everybody remembers Dig Dug.
Fun as
Right.
shit. So addicting, this game.
Yeah, you just pounding that button to inflate the
Yeah.
whatever the monsters.
Just pounding that button to
You're
inflate.
just pounding the button.
Pounded
Yep.
the button, man.
Inflate you, motherfucker.
Gauntlet. Yeah, 1985 was Gauntlet, original one.
No, I don't think I played Gauntlet.
Oh,
I mean,
is that that's Pitfall?
yes.
I remember Pitfall. I love that game.
That is Pitfall. You get attacked by crocodiles.
Yeah,
I
you
had
gotta
that
swing
when
on-
it first came out.
Yeah, I had it on. Yeah, same. I had it on a little Atari.
I love that
On Atari.
Activision,
Mhm.
truly old school.
Man,
Yeah,
when
Activision. Yeah, they used to put out some.
when
good stuff.
Activision meant something.
Yeah,
Right.
You know,
definitely.
when they were like new, when they were a new entity.
when they weren't a bunch of arseholes.
So, when are you continuing the Resi playthrough?
Well, tonight was actually a toss-up between this and Resi.
Mm.
Like this tonight was a toss-up, but it will be a case of when I have a Monday and or a Wednesday free, though it won't be tomorrow because my son is home.
Oh, yeah. And
'Cause
he
he's-
doesn't like Lady Demester's.
No, everybody likes Lady. She's dead anyway in my copy.
Oh, okay.
We
You're already that far.
we unfortunately put the big woman into her graves.
No.
Yep.
But no, I'm more interested in trying to get like a live stream of us just playing fucking Among Us and shitting our bricks.
Sure. I'd be down for that.
And me shouting, "Wiggle fucking did it."
The Wiggle
in.
did it.
Just constantly going, "Wiggle did it." It's like,
Wiggle did it.
Did you think Wiggle did it, or are you just blaming Wiggle because of the war wiggles? And it's like, oh, I saw him war wiggling right as he snapped Genkai's neck.
The suspicious wiggle.
He wiggled around my neck.
He wiggled that neck until it snapped.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle this bitch.
Wiggle this motherfucker. No, stop, please. No. Not the face.
Wiggle Kaye, motherfucker.
We
I
will
still
we
have
will
to
get
play.
back to Resident Evil. It is literally just a case of everything happened all at once. We moved house, the 5K, Satan invaded the Earth. You know, the usual stuff.
The
Here we go. I love this game.
What game?
Is there actually a VOD of that
That
one?
game when it came out. You had a flying ostrich.
I have no fucking idea what that game is.
Joust.
No, Frogger was good.
Oh yeah. And the boss was a pterodactyl that flew at you, and you had to hit it with the jousting pole just right in the mouth. Hit it with the pole right in the mouth.
The fuck is wrong with you and your jousting? with your magic ostrich war.
It wasn't magic. They could just fly.
Right. No. You see, he wasn't magic. I see teleporting ostriches.
Well, I think it's you just seen the GIF reset is what you see. Oh yeah, right. They come out of that little respawn thing.
Yeah, so there's definitely teleporting
It could be
ostriches.
robots. Maybe it's nanotechnology.
No, if it's nanotechnology, it has to be like this. 2 seconds.
Missile Command on Atari, yeah.
Yeah, Missile Command. I remember that one. I remember all of these except for the
If
Spank
it's
Master
nanomachines, it's this. That like 100%. I've also been very tempted to play that game on stream because it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that is
Which game is
hilarious.
this?
I fucking
game is-
love Metal Gear Rising.
Oh, Metal Gear game. Okay.
You
No,
should
like,
probably play that.
you say Metal Gear game. That isn't.
That's
is
the
it-
Metal
it
Gear.
is-
Is that?
It is, but it's not.
It is, but it's not, yeah.
Yeah, the better way to describe it is it's like a fucking rhythm game in the form of a Metal Gear game.
It is, yeah. Memes.
Memes. What's the matter, Jack? Nanomachines, son. Just fucking.
F-Zero. Okay.
Oh no, it's such a good game. I managed to get all the way through the game up until Jetstream Sam with not getting hit, and he's the only boss that managed to fucking hit me.
Oh,
Because he's the hardest boss in the game. Jetstream Sam's a giant prick.
memes, the music of the soul.
And the music is so good as well.
Yeah.
Like you're fighting a boss and you're like fucking just blocking shit, and then you get to the point where it's just you're winning and you know you're gonna win, and then the music, the vocals just kick in. It's yeah. You fucking rip the limbs off of your enemy. Like that's one of the best things about the game is you could just fucking slice a guy's legs off and his arms off and leave his torso just wiggling there. The war wiggles.
Oh, War Wiggles.
That as well, Genkai. That as well. Game had such a great soundtrack. Like honestly,
Yeah. I know that. Like some of those soundtracks are just so
I still
good
listen
that
to
if
them.
you hear them, immediately recognize them, even if you haven't heard them for years. And that is like
Oh,
beautiful.
Qbert, yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
That was so much.
I never got into that one.
You know, it was so cool to see him in Pixels, the movie.
Yes.
Was he not also in like Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah, I think so.
Who did we get or lose?
We lost everyone.
We lost everyone.
Everybody is lost.
Tim's
I think
away.
we lost Tim.
No, not Tim.
Timmy!
Damn it. Damn it.
Timmy. But yeah, I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did.
Metal Gear Rising would be really cool for you to watch as well.
I was really good at that game back when it was out. I played it to death. Literally played it for fucking. I probably played it for the best part of a year. Just nothing
Tron.
else.
That was a movie, though.
You're a
It was
movie.
video game first.
Have you? Have
Was
you
it
seen
really?
that? Yeah.
Yes, that's what they made the movie after the video game.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Have you seen the latest Tron movie?
I have
Uh,
not.
Yeah, I saw it. Well, yeah, it was a few years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I heard it was okay.
Yeah. Like,
Stress on the okay part.
Well, it's worth a watch. It's not like you're good. It's a movie that's gonna stay with you for the rest of your life, but
How do you know it's not going to stay for the rest of my life? It could stay forever.
might stay forever and ever.
And ever. But no, if we manage to get anything out of tonight, hopefully we get people to play Among Us.
Among Us.
Oh yeah, the
Fungus
original
Among
Tron was
Us.
amazing as well.
And
See,
I also
I-
think I'm gonna have to get my mic its own Twitter handle.
Between the
gotta-
cheeks.
You gotta hop in a channel with me later this week, and I'll help you. Try to help you fix your microphone settings and shit.
That sounds cool. I think I got it figured out. Hopefully, somewhat.
Yeah, we could just have a look and
He'll show you yours
if
you show him his. Other way round, but you get what I mean.
just show them both at the same time.
I had a camera hooked up too, and it had a mic on it, and it was the exact same name as this mic.
Oh, okay.
That's
that might be,
stupid.
that's the issue.
That's 100% the problem, though. That's definitely the other mic is why you sounded like you were far away.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because it is a little
Burger
bit farther
time.
away.
Burger time.
Burger time, yeah.
Asperger time.
No, that was the game, Burger Time.
Asperger's. Fucking cried my eyes out with that episode.
You don't want Asperger's.
No.
Does anybody remember Rainbow Island?
Rainbow Island.
No.
Like I'll show you. Let's
Look,
see.
I'm the youngest here, so
Oh. Is that a Leisure Suit Larry game?
No.
Yes, it is.
Scott? Okay. Yep.
the story of Bubble Bobble 2, Rainbow Island.
Yeah, basically Rainbow Island was Bubble Bobble too.
You know what I still like to play? Peggle.
Well, what you and your missus do in your own
No,
time
no, not like
is
that.
your own fucking thing.
Disgusting.
You're the one that wants to play Peggle.
I'm gonna show you my Peggle. Here you go. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Another one was Kiwi's Adventure.
I loved all the Donkey Kong series. Amazing. I love platformers. Mario as well.
See, I'd not played platformers much in the past.
I used to love Ratchet
Decade.
and Clank. Ratchet and Clank.
I never
games,
played
I
it.
love those.
Never
You
played
know-
any of the
them.
Ratchet and Clanks.
Oh, I
You
love
also
those.
have Pummel Party on Steam. If you know what that is.
No.
It's Monopoly for adults.
Pornopoly.
No, that's not Pornopoly,
It's
but
Pornopoly.
just blow your friends up Monopoly
Just,
and
it's Pornopoly. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 fucking cocks in a bag.
and then you have also Battle Blocks Theater, but that's a multiplayer game. You need to play
Oh.
that with at least 2 players.
Battle Block Theater, I know. Battle
Yeah,
Block Theater, I
that's
do
really
know.
fun to play as well.
I don't know that one. Scott?
Half-Life.
Oh, okay. That would be why. That'd be why I don't know it.
Wait, how can you not fucking know G-Man?
I never played Half-Life.
You never played that shit, Wiggle?
I never did.
That's so
Wake
good.
up, Mr. Freeman.
I used to love Half-Life.
It's
I
old.
hated it went away.
But it's good. Like it's the original Diablo 2. It's old, but it's so good.
It's the original Diablo.
Yeah, you got the new shit on Blizzard right now, right?
The oldest game I played was a game called True Crime New York on PS2 and Halo 2 on the original Xbox. Fucking hell, Wiggle, I forget how young you are. You sweet summer child. You haven't
Wiggle?
suffered.
You mean
not
Bucket?
Wiggle, Bucket, my brain's going.
I have shoes older than Bucket.
I'm fairly certain you've got fucking like pairs of underwear older than Bucket. Covered in
No,
holes.
shoes last longer.
Underwear is just a rip of my body sometimes. So
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm fairly certain that Wiggle has underwear older than me.
he wiggles so much. That's why he goes through them so much.
Yeah. No. Any underwear I had that when you were born would not fit.
Or are you a wiggling bucket? Is that it? Like, are you the same?
It turns out that Bucket is actually Wiggle's son.
Maybe wearing clothes older than you right now.
Are we building some lore here right now for Wiggle and Bucket?
I mean, if you wiggle enough, you get a bucket.
You get a bucket. Oh, that's Dragon's Lair.
Yeah. Wiggle
that
until
game.
you get a bucket.
That
had
video
to-
game was so cool at the time. When it came
I
out.
remember that you had to like memorize all the moves at all the spots.
Right,
So it
I'm-
was
I'm
basically
telling you
a
this now.
memorization game.
Dragon's Lair is still cool. Like it's
Yeah.
actually a really, really cool game. Like in the way it's constructed and done.
Yeah.
There's also what is it called? There's a Space Ace. That's the kind of sci-fi version of it, and that's also really cool.
I think I remember Space Ace. I don't think.
If you don't remember it, look up Space Ace. It's basically the same thing, but sci-fi. Like literally exactly the same thing. There's also really shitty Space Ace games as well.
Oh, I found it. I found a screenshot of Space Ace. Here we go. Is that it?
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah, that's 100% it. Yeah, it's totally not this next one.
Oh, there we go.
Some
Stones in
Wiggle and
space.
Bucket.
Yeah, pretty much. Although I don't know which came first, Flintstones or the Jetsons, but
Best Resident Evil is 4, in my opinion. Even better on VR. I mean, I think a lot of people think Resident Evil 4 is the best one.
I'd say I can agree to that. Yeah.
That's
I'm not
the
the biggest
that's the
fan.
ones where you brutally murder a Spanish family, right? Like, is that not Resident Evil 4, where you just go around a Spanish village and slaughter them?
It's been a long while since I played that game.
You know, Spanish village. They're a bit inbred, a bit deformed, but you just murder them because you're Leon Kennedy.
Oh, you love me.
Oh, wait a minute. Hello, Chad. How are you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream if you're here. That was a surprise. If anybody doesn't know, Chad does a podcast on Fallout 76. It's incredibly successful.
Fallout
so
Chad
yes.
podcast.
I've never listened to that. I didn't even know it existed. I'll go check that out for sure.
Oh yeah, it's really, really successful. Chad does a lot of stuff with charity, and involves a lot of the people that voice people in Fallout and Skyrim and things like that. So yeah,
that's cool.
widely
Oh.
successful. and
Rose?
a
Has
lot
he
of good
interviewed
stuff.
Rose? The voice of Rose?
I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for you.
You
Watch
can
it.
go check that shit out.
Watch it, and you'll find out quite simply.
Definitely.
I personally enjoyed Resident Evil 2 the best because you could play the game differently. I did love that about Resident Evil 2 Wolflord. I've not played the remakes of Resident Evil 2 because that is significantly different. But the original ones, yeah, being able to play the game in 4 different ways, technically, because you could play it Leon, then Claire, or there, and then you could go round the other way and play Claire, then Leon. Brilliant game, absolute masterpiece for its time. And the fucking T90 was one of the most terrifying enemies of video gaming up until that point.
Aged really well as.
Oh yeah,
Well,
really has.
like there's still I think there's still active speedruns going on in those kind of games.
I think there's active speedruns going on in most games still these days. I mean, literally, if you can get a speedrun record in any game, you'll get like some sort of. But it really just depends. It's one of those things. It really is. You know, there's a lot of people that do different things and different speedruns.
Did you ever play Darksiders?
I've heard of Darksiders.
Is that the beat 'em up with vampire cat girls and shit? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
No, it's the world has gone to shit and you're playing War.
No, yeah, the god of I'm thinking of Darkstalkers.
Yeah, one of you playing as one of the four horses.
Yeah, I've played Darksiders. Yeah, I've played that.
Really good, man, as well.
Yeah, it was really good series. They had 3 regular games, and then you had the
Diablo style game.
The Diablo style one where you were Strife.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I heard that was really good as well. I'm fairly certain I own that game. I've just never got around to playing it.
1 and 2 I've played, and currently I'm installing. Well, I've installed 3, but I still have to.
I played 1, but I never got round to the other 2.
1 is by far you are the most busted, like OP broken. How do you want to call it?
It's war. What do you expect?
Yeah. What do you expect, man? Big sword.
You play as the Horseman War. Yes, you do, Vinny Vaughn.
But in 2, you're playing as Death.
Yeah, and then
really,
the last
really
one you're
good.
playing. What was the name of the woman one? Like it was like it wasn't actually a conventional fucking 4 horseman name, was it?
You have Death, War, Conquest, and
Conquest. Conquest and Strife. Which
isn't there like Pestilence or something, or
well, it's meant to be Death, War, Famine, and Pestilence. That's the 4 horsemen. So it really confused me. Hey Gumnut, how are you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream. What is crack-a-lackin'? We're doing something different today. Something very different today.
Now for something completely different.
Now for something completely different. And it's a picture of me wearing a toga. I've never worn a toga. Toga, toga, toga. Watoga, watoga, watoga. Robots,
Robots, run!
Honestly,
robot, run!
What, Forrest Gump the robot?
I was running.
Jenny.
Most of all, I miss Jenny.
Oh God.
She was so horrible to him.
She was the real villain of that movie.
She was not nice.
Wasn't Vietnam at all.
What?
The real villain wasn't Agent Orange. Oh, it's Fury in Darksiders 3. Yeah, I knew it wasn't a conventional horseman name.
Be right back.
How
Genkai
dare
was never
you.
seen again. But no, there's so many good games out there, so many good things to play. It's just kind of thinking of what we need to play. I mean, that's the problem I always run into, is I could play all the old Fallout games, but then there's so many, like I've played them so many times.
There's new games.
There's so many games I could play and new experiences could make. I much prefer playing with people than I do on my own. Like I'm a big fan of multiplayer games. If I could go back in time and get everybody to play Battlefield 3 together, it'd be so much fun. I loved Battlefield 3. I'd be sniping people, taking the skulls off their head. It was such a fun game. But there's nothing equivalent to it these days. in terms of actually working properly and you know being a good game. I don't want to play Red Dead Redemption 2 because I don't want to play like Brokeback Mountain the game. Isn't that what that is?
You played
No.
the new Star Wars thing, right?
Which one? Force no, God, what's the fucking called? The one with the ginger kid.
I was about to say exactly the same.
Jedi Fallen Order.
That's
Yeah,
the one.
yeah, thank
Yes.
you.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have played
yeah.
that.
I heard
Oh.
that one's good.
I know that
Yeah,
one's good.
it is good. At the end, everybody dies.
Oh.
Nice.
Everyone
Not the
dies.
youngling.
What do you think
Especially
about
the younglings.
Not
Well,
the younglings.
How
They
do you
take-
feel about Star Wars, like Old Republic? You also have an online version of that. That's multiplayer.
My opinion of that is that it is shite. I mean, it's literally just no.
Yeah, it's
I-
different.
Like I love Star Wars. I love the lore of Star Wars. I love all that kind of things. But I want a game that was actually like the Old Republic started off shite. They improved it, and by the time they improved it, I'd lost all interest in playing it. But I knew it was shite before it, so I was like,
Yeah.
it
That
was
time
too late. It's
yeah,
too late now.
I think what is it called? The Force Unleashed with the clone guy. I can't remember what the story was.
Star Killer.
Star Killer. Yeah, thank you.
The first game he was just Darth Vader's apprentice. The second game they apparently cloned him, and yeah, they kind of shoehorn him into the lore a little bit. But it's widely considered non-canon, even though they made Star Killer base and
Tons of stuff.
Like from the
Force
books, like there were some books that had a Star Killer.
Yeah, but you have
Character named Star
Legends.
Killer. But yeah, those have all been made non-canon. So
I think Red
'Cause
Dead
Disney.
would suit you though for streaming.
Red Dead with what?
Suits for a good streaming game.
Why?
It can be really fun. It's a good story.
Just me going through Brokeback Mountain.
There's a lot of stuff that can happen.
I wish I knew how to quit you. Zemo, that's a horse. Shh.
that's for your OnlyFans stream.
Yeah.
No, that's my only flan stream where I just have a load of flans with some
Flan.
fans blowing on said flans. And then I drink several cans, and then we have a band.
I do have to say that the meta is about to be shaken up in Rust as well, because you're able to craft Molotovs and flashbangs now.
Well, I mean, I'd love to get a load of us on Rust and watch each and every one of their hope and souls die.
Yeah, like get crushed by.
Thank you for the sub, Franklin Walker. I don't know if you're in here, but welcome to the channel. I'm not wearing any pants.
Every time I see RD2, I always read that as R2D2.
I do that as well.
Yeah.
I'd literally go, what's RD? What they say about RD? RD. Play Octodad. Dad plays Octodad. Minecraft is multiplayer and you can create your own challenges. Gubnut, we went for a massive conversation about Minecraft. I don't wanna. I don't wanna go back.
I would honestly install it, but you have to hold my hand the whole time because I have no idea what I'm doing.
You punch wood.
Yeah, I punch wood and then I come back with like a gazillion wood and then I say, "See, Dad, what do I do now?"
Are you winning, son?
I don't know. I have a lot of wood. Help!
I keep punching trees. No.
There's no tree in 100 miles around us.
Right. What you do is you punch wood until you get enough wood to make a pickaxe. You then hit that pickaxe against stone until you've got enough stone to make a pickaxe. You hit that pickaxe against steel until you've got enough steel to make a pickaxe. You hit that against enough diamond till you've got enough diamond to get a pickaxe. You hit that against enough, I think it's netherite comes after that these days, until you've got Pretty much repeat.
So I hear a lot of pickaxes.
Pretty much that game is literally do this thing a million times to do this other thing a million times to do this other thing a million times to do that other thing a million times. They've added a load of different things like bosses and other kind of things. It's a complete different game from when I played it. But I ain't going back. I don't want none of that shit. It's too far gone. It's like me trying to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh these days. I mean, they've got fucking XYZ fucking guillotine Gemini McTavish summons and I've been
watching a new channel on YouTube lately. Oh, it's not a new channel, but I found it out. It's Run, Hearthstone creator, but he also does like Magic players try to guess how good like Shadowverse cards are, or Hearthstone players try to guess how good Magic cards are. It's a real interesting series.
And that's
If
the
you like card
reason we're all dead inside.
If you like card games, of course. And Stamp, massive nerd.
I did like card games in my youth. I really did. I did that. Like I went to like the national championships of the UK for like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. I played the Versus system, which was basically like Marvel and DC's attempt at getting into card games, and it was a really good system. I obviously played Doctor Doom because, you know, why the fuck wouldn't you? But
I think that's one of the few card games I've actually never played.
oh, it's such a good game. Such a good game. Like, I mean, the whole premise between Doctor Doom's deck was you might have never, well, the whole point was getting Doctor Doom on the field, but everything was Doctor Doom. So you'd flip over your one of your location cards, Doom stats. Doom is on the field. When Doom is on the field, you can do this. And it's basically just you going to your opponent, nah, you can't do that. Nah, you can't do that. Diplomatic immunity, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Then you go to the next Doom, and you go, I know you can't do that now. It's the complete opposite. You can't do that other thing. Like, you've spent all this time trying to do that thing that you were trying to do, but now you can't do the thing that you could do. And then at the end of it, you just basically sacrifice your whole field and then fucking bring out the big fuckers and the thing and smash them. There was literally a card that called the Power Cosmic, where you basically go to your opponent, you know, it's your turn, but no, it's not. Now it's my turn. It's my turn now. They basically had to skip their entire turn. It's your turn, so you get to attack them twice.
Okay.
And basically, you completely destroyed them. I loved that deck. It was so good. It was so fun. I fucking love the Versus system. But it went tits up because they just didn't manage it properly. And then, yeah, it was gone. Play Generation Zero. It's like pre-Wasteland 76, but with killer robots. Tachanka.
Oh, I've seen clips of that.
Tachanka, that is pre-Wasteland 76. I mean, we've always had killer robots. Am I wrong in that? Did we not have killer robots?
We did, and still do.
Well, we have one killer robot, really. Her name is Big Boobed Assaultron.
Yeah, I heard about it, and the game sounded interesting, and then I looked at some gameplay, and it didn't hold my interest. So
a lot of games do that for me. A lot of games
Yeah.
I look at and I'm genuinely like, why would I want to play this?
yeah, I mean, it looks semi-interesting, but it just didn't look. I don't know. It maybe it didn't seem polished enough or something. I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't hook me.
I mean, we could, as Genkai said earlier, there's always the chance of playing things like Borderlands as well. Because I've
Yeah.
never managed to play it with people. But I'm sure I would enjoy it if I played it with people.
I'm absolutely sure because, like, if you, let's say theoretically you play it with 4 people, then we all pick different classes. And, like, I've played it a billion times, so I'll be the last one to pick. So everybody at least has some freedom, you know? It can be really fun.
Or potentially tedious as fuck. For you.
Well, you like,
Mainly for you.
Yeah, no, I actually enjoy the game a lot. It's mostly that you don't really like at the end of the game you have mayhem levels, aka like difficulties levels. If you go up, then like you get better weapons and like maybe you want to progress from like towards the story. So you play 1, you play 2, you play 2.5, and then you play 3.
Yeah, but I mean robots that are like the size of trees. I mean, Liberty Prime's bigger than a tree. You try to say Liberty Prime's not bigger than a tree? The fuck is wrong with you, Tachanka? Well, New Vegas had a robot you could have sex with, Mr. Fisto. Your definition of sex is very, very diluted, Wolflord.
It was a loading. It was like a loading screen.
Violated is the word I would use.
Right? Yeah.
You could be violated by a robot in Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, Mr. Fisto, Jesus wept. No mercy, just went for it.
I'm going deep. Elbow deep.
Yeah, it did
Imagine
kind of sound like that.
DPS
It sounded like
playing-
some kind of pneumatic power tool.
Why is Scott once signed up?
For the Fisto,
The Mr. Fisto.
apparently.
Sign me up for 6 months. Okay.
I told you he was wanting Fisto. Imagine
ready.
DPS playing Rainbow.
All right. Oh yeah, I am. It's glorious.
I think the sound would be like... Wow. I wanted to hear it again. I mean, you guys can't hear it. I can hear it. As far as you guys are concerned, it's in my head, but for the chat, it's not. But no, there's so many games out there, but it's finding the time and figuring out what you want to bloody play that's the biggest issue. It's why I'm kind of my brain is stuck on let's try and get some Among Us done first, and then kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Because there's loads of games that we could figure out. Play. I mean, I'd love to play the Evil Dead in a group, but I'd need it to not be on fucking Epic Games. Woo! Right. What am I doing? There's the button.
One day, it's
I haven't played COD, Bucket. Not since the early days of COD. Like the really early days of COD.
Is that a fishing simulator?
Yes.
Okay.
Delicious COD.
Well, I like COD.
So, what I'm going to do,
the,
guys...
VR games, they got the job simulator. You could actually come home and pretend you're working.
Yeah, like fuck.
Yeah.
Like
the power wash or
absolute
whatever.
fuck.
Job simulator. That's
Power
awesome.
Wash Simulator is actually.
I've heard it's good, but I'm just having trouble wrapping my head around that.
I know it sounds weird, but it's actually quite fun. I'm gonna lie.
So, guys, we're gonna end the stream here. This actually went on a little bit longer than I thought I was going to do this tonight. Thank you to everybody that's popped along. We've actually had more people watching consistently through this than I actually thought would, just for me sitting in front of the camera. So a big thanks to everybody that's joined in. Big thanks to Genkai, Wiggle, Bubba, Scott, and Tim. Hopefully, again, you guys have enjoyed it. But if you have, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. We'll probably do this again in the near future, just as a thing, and we'll see what we can do with it. And obviously, if we are managing to get an Among Us game going, we'll probably do a stream in relation to that, or some videos or whatnot, depending on what happens. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you all next time in my ass, because we weren't in the wasteland. We're in my ass tonight. Night, guys.
Bye,
Good
chat.
night.